Lugia is
Okay, we're
Pokemon,
live.
right?
No. We were talking about
I
One
love
Piece,
I love me
and
some
then he
Lugia.
switched it to
Real,
superhero
yeah.
power.
Like, what would you choose?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
power would
yeah,
you
yeah.
choose?
I would choose the what's the thing where you can go through walls?
I
Because
honestly, you could
it's
do that
not
with
through
super
walls,
speed
right?
though. But you can do that with super
You can
speed
start with a good
because you can
pick.
vibrate your molecules. That I mean, according to Flash.
I mean, I mean, listen.
Goes to speed.
Listen, yeah.
But you specifically
Like,
want to
listen, man.
phase?
I'm
Is that
just
what you're
saying.
saying?
I'm just
You
saying. I'm
specifically
just
just want to
saying.
phase, right? That's it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Just
just want to phase.
just phase. That's your thing.
That's
I got you.
that's the best power you want.
But listen. I mean, I like it because it's cool. It's my style. But here's the thing: in the Flash doesn't just have super speed. The man shoots lightning out of his arms, crying out
Oh,
loud.
Flash
That's
is
not just super speed.
Flash
That's
is
just
strong.
busted.
No, do you
That's
know why they gave him?
that's just
Do you know why they
busted.
gave him lightning, bro?
What static
Because they were
electricity?
like, Flash is
What up,
trash,
Jordan?
so
When
you
you in
gotta
here?
give him
Wait,
some
Jordan's
power.
in here, but he's not. Jordan, are you on mute? I see you're in my game.
I'm just saying that Flash is they done buffed him.
There he is.
They done buffed him until he's busted. Kinda. That's the way I feel about it.
I'd choose
Mana's in the game as well.
Where did you come from, Eric?
I said hello. I've been here.
Oh hey
Oh.
dude, what's up?
Well, then go to my stream then. And I gotta turn Jordan
Yo,
up.
what
I
the
don't know
fuck
why
is
he's
this
so low.
bullshit? Get the fuck out of here, my G.
Your stream.
What are you doing?
No, it's not. It's just like that because I'm doing something else on my game. Whenever you look away on Division, because it's such a high like intensity game. Like if you kept all that while trying to do something else, your computer could crash.
Absolutely. So they turned it down. All right, that makes sense.
Cause it's not lagging now, right? Like it's perfect now, right?
Yeah.
Don't tell
why
me
do you
never,
Why do you
Yeah,
guys want superpowers in the first place?
bruh.
What's the reason for that?
What do you mean? If I could,
You want them
if I could be in a world that is like freaking one hero, yo, we would be grinding right now for top hero. Right now.
Bro, if I want powers just so I can beat the shit out of niggas.
You want okay.
I just want to have fun.
There you go. See, there you go.
I want to protect you.
Jordan's the only one who's actually going to be a hero. So apparently Logie is going to be a villain. I'm going to be anti-hero.
I don't really want powers.
Nice try.
We're
What
talking
the
about
fuck? Yeah, man is
hero
gonna
Academy.
do whatever the fuck he feels like.
Man is
That
going to be
is-
Mana is going to be also an anti-hero, but not when he's going to be like a Saitama. I can't even say a Saitama anti-hero. It's not even that he's an anti-hero. His power going to be so strong he accidentally blow people up. I can't control the juice.
What you want to do with the power affects what power you choose. Right?
Yes.
Bro, you know what I want? You know what I want then?
What?
I would want the power of reading minds.
Check
No,
every
telepathy.
inch of
I
this
want
place
that
for
power.
more of those crates.
No, I don't think you would want that power, bro. That would be a lot to
I'll
bear.
get,
That would be a
I'll
lot to
get
bear.
in niggas' heads. I'll insult
Oh,
niggas.
no,
I'll
that
find her.
But what
Pause.
if they think it like means stuff?
I mean, but what if they make those? What if they make those Magneto helmets?
Well, there's one little problem with that. You
I'll
can
get the shit
distract
out
them
of their
by
helmets.
doing, but that's not a telepathy. Doesn't
Are-
actually
are
mean
you mixing
control
up
people's
telepathy
minds or
with
anything. It just
telekinesis?
means that you can read people's
Yeah,
minds.
you just
All right then. You know what I want, guys? I want Darkseid's powers.
telekinesis.
Darkseid doesn't have powers.
He does.
Darkseid is a god. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
He's a whole
Is that
live
not
avatar.
powers?
Nah, bro.
That's not
That's his.
Wait.
he's-
Yeah,
Are we
he
are
has
we
an entire
outlawing?
world.
Are we outlawing like a certain tier of characters?
No, you know what? I'll let this slide. It's not like he doesn't have abilities. So, but it's
Like,
like
no,
it's
wait,
more
wait.
like his entity, because like even Darkseid himself is a power if you want to look at it like that. Because Darkseid doesn't exist in their world. Like
Yeah,
he's
like what about people like Galactus or Thanos?
Well,
The ones that are
Thanos
okay.
isn't really. He's just a really good
The man-
warrior and a really
the
good
man-
strategist.
The man just fought the Hulk. So, okay, so you can just be Superman,
Yeah, super
right?
strength. What are you talking about?
You can just be Superman without
Thanos has
kryptonite.
Well, I
super
mean,
strength and all that
He
shit.
doesn't have super strength. He's just
But no, that's what I'm saying. Darkseid is an avatar. He is not an actual being. Darkseid does not exist in their world. What you see there is literally just an avatar of him. If you actually went into Darkseid, all the old gods are just avatars. I'm sorry, the new gods are just avatars. All the ones you see, but him specifically, if you were to go into his realm, then you would just die from being in there, from his
Get out of
being.
there.
So like,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying is that it's a
Well,
power,
then.
but it's like he's not really a power. It's who he is at that point. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I feel like it doesn't make sense.
Plus, he has
No,
like
it
a
makes sense,
power.
but I still just
Yeah.
want his
I mean, what's the ceiling?
There isn't one. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. It's just all for the sake of argument.
Yeah, single power.
I want to be the ninja realm.
Actually,
The what?
I only have.
You get one power. You
Here.
get one power. You
I
get
wanna
one
be-
power. Like,
Okay, fine.
power.
One power. I already know what it is. It's
What?
the absolute
Teleportation.
Madara Uchiha.
Chronos control.
Wait, so you want ninjutsu? You can just say ninjutsu as your
No.
power.
No,
Nah,
Chronos
nah,
control.
nah. Cancel that. Cancel
You're
that.
literally controlling time.
Cancel that. I want Zawadi.
Oh,
Chrono
time control.
time control is really that's a really cool power. That's definitely God tier
The
though.
really messed up thing is people never really think about it. But if you freeze time and do a punch and slow down in frozen time,
Yeah, they're gonna blow up.
basically
They won't.
kill-
Yeah, the force is too much.
Yeah. So you're actually
So
the only
kind of like
Well,
super
time.
speed,
the only way you can
except you
actually
can turn it on and off.
the only weakness it has is if someone actually can mind
Yo, did he just take a 12 gauge to the chest and keep?
I mean, even with bulletproof armor, you're still gonna get knocked over.
You saw that, huh? Hey, the second one took him down though. The second one took him down. He had armor on.
problem.
Even
You
with
stupid, Eric.
bulletproof armor, you're not just gonna keep chucking.
Even mind control has a weakness, and that is if you lose focus for even 1 second, person with time control will win.
Good thing those crates never made it out of here. The last thing we
Ooh,
need
a
right
gold
now is
weapon. That
another
ain't have to do
epidemic.
nothing.
Okay. What about the power
Isaac
to
has
steal their powers?
multiple storage containers nearby.
If that's what you want, but you would
Let's
have
see
to
if we can
find
catch
other powers
I'll
to
send a team
steal.
to investigate.
What if that
Like,
power
that-
doesn't
that-
It's
exist?
something useful.
That depends. Like if anybody does get any power, you automatically can, acquire it.
But I mean, what if there are no other powers? You have the power to
oh,
steal
we're,
power.
no. Listen. We can't say he gets power. We're saying
I mean,
everybody gets power right now.
are we
Okay.
saying like is it in a vacuum or with if
No,
the world
it's
was to
everybody
get
here.
powers?
Everybody so everybody gets powers.
Okay,
Or like
okay,
there's
okay.
certain people that have powers.
So
Let's
just
say
that, what, the 8 of us?
No, like I'm saying like people out in the world get
He's
powers
saying it's
too.
My Hero Academia. He's saying it's My Hero
Okay,
Academia.
okay.
I got you.
Got you.
Okay, so then I guess I'd change my power. I choose invulnerability.
I think telekinesis is the most versatile.
Versatile.
Okay, well, in this
Because-
particular case, if I was in Hero Academia, I'm just gonna say this right now, I'd be one of the unlucky people that didn't have a power.
Nah, Rush,
Fair.
your power be overpowered. Bro, with
Fair.
the kind of the heart you have, bro, you would definitely have a power, or else you would end up like Deku.
Nah. Yeah, you end up like Deku. You be one of the.
You gonna
awful
get
ones.
like people like you
You gonna
always
get
get the
awful ones.
power, bro. You're the first one in the anime that gets the power.
You're gonna be Rock Lee. You're gonna be the one who trains
Right.
like day in and day out. Don't have no powers, but still can fight.
What's his power? His heart.
I'm just saying.
His strength.
I'm just saying,
His
man.
heart is
actual
just now over
heart?
there because
I'm just
something
saying.
was
Look
removed.
at here. Look at here. What about that Aizawa? Right? What's his power?
Who?
To nullify other powers.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? What about that scarf thing that he uses? That's not a power. That's a skill.
That's true.
That's a skill, and
Well-
he can put other villains down with it. That's a skill.
That's a skill,
So, I'm
but
just
someone
saying,
made
he
that
had-
for him.
That's fair, but I mean, he had to train with it.
He
can't
did
just
have to
pick it up
train.
and start
I don't
using
know.
it.
We don't know how good. If it was made by that same girl who be making everything, it's probably
I mean,
automatic.
Listen though.
Matter con-
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Isn't he training? What's his name with that? The guy who can do mind control?
The guy that can do mind control. Who
Yeah,
does
what's
mind
his
control? I
name?
don't remember.
Shinzo.
Realistically, if I
Yeah.
had to take my last bit of playing, my power would be nuclear. Because I would just be shooting nukes at everybody.
You be Gandhi from this, huh?
I think I choose matter control.
Since y'all right, you actually just you took it out of my
You know
hand,
what?
but I wouldn't want matter control to the level of where I can control other people's matter. I would want to keep it to the point where I can only control mine. That way I don't have to worry about playing
Here's
God.
the thing. If
So-
you have telekinesis, though, wouldn't that be something similar?
No,
Matter
that's-
control? No, you can convert matter into whatever you want. Think of like Wanda, like what's her
Okay.
name?
So
Scarlet
so
Witch.
the
How
power
she
to
can
change reality.
exactly. That's Well, I mean, that's a lot. That's too far because matter control is changing things in our reality, like, but it's like still like our like reality. Like you don't have to bend reality for it. It's to be able to turn a car into a PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you convert it to energy?
No, that's
I
playing
mean,
God.
that's a form of. Well, personally, I would have that type of matter control to where I could play God if I wanted.
So
How do you convert matter to energy?
I mean, is it
a
energy?
chemical
Doesn't
reaction?
Basically, have to
doesn't
work
energy
with
have
the
matter
threads
in it?
to do that.
Like it would. I mean, matter isn't really something necessarily we can
Like,
touch.
if-
I would
It's
say cosmic power.
I'm gonna ask you this: if all matter has energy, like the relativity formula and Einstein, right? Like they can make
Oh,
atomic
you
stuff,
you're basically talking about you can convert it. Yeah. You can
right? I
convert
mean,
matter to energy, energy to
could
matter.
you make that same chemical reaction with those particular chemicals? and
yes. If you want to make a
and
bomb
just
out
do
of
that?
air, yes, you could do that with matter conversion. Absolutely.
Right. And if you had telekinesis to that same level, you could do that.
No.
Like if
Well,
you could,
You can't
You're talking about
telekinesis. You
balance
can't like control atoms with telekinesis. Like
Why
you
not?
control. That's
not?
not telekinesis anymore. Telekinesis is to be able to pick up things with your mind or be like psychic. But like that's
I mean, pick up things. Things. I mean, atoms included in things.
I'm
But
just
you'd
I'm just going by the
Trying to
the
help
superhero
you see
rules.
what you're picking
Um,
up, though.
I
It
see what
depends.
he's saying.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
But it's we gotta keep it. We gotta keep it like some form of.
Like regulated, right? Like
No,
it's
no,
like
Okay.
No,
You gotta have some
not
form of
even
Henry's
not
received
even that, but
confirmation of
like
an impending
you would have to
outcast attack
concentrate
on the
incredibly
historic
hard
district
for you to
community.
be able to move
Go
atoms.
there
You know
and
how
shoot 'em.
small those things are?
you would have to be able to see them. Like I don't think
Okay,
anyone's
that's what I'm
moved things
saying.
with their
You
mind that they
need
can't
that
see.
shit to move it around.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that's
Okay.
the thing.
Fair.
Wait, I think that's the thing. You have to actually be able to see it.
Right, because you've
Fair,
never
yeah.
seen like Gene.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Can you control air? Like with
Well,
your
I'm
telekinesis?
gonna argue that if
You can create a
can
gust
say,
with
I
force,
wanna
though.
move everything in this
Yeah.
space, you could
No, no,
probably
but you
move
can
it.
like listen. You can see hurricanes, right? So you're able to understand how the current works.
I like
But you're
that
talking
idea.
about-
Yes, there you go.
You're talking about converting atoms. Like you're talking about looking at atoms and converting them to a different sort of matter.
Mm.
Like that's not. That's
Bruh, the
hard.
only
Like,
person-
What about my power is to be able to see atoms and then control atoms?
Then that's different. Then you definitely have that. Then that's
What
the
about-
power.
you'd be able
But
to
that's
tell
not telekinesis.
anybody
That's
if
all
you
I'm
use it
saying. That's
right,
not.
though.
Yeah, that's not.
That's not
telekinesis.
telekinesis. That's all I'm saying.
If I can control atoms, can I move the groups of atoms around as regular items?
Yes.
Can I that's also
Yes.
telekinesis
Oh.
included in
That's
that?
not
no,
telekinesis
you can't-
though,
no,
because
no,
you're
no, no.
controlling the
No, no,
atoms.
no.
You're not moving things with your mind. You're moving the
No, no,
atoms.
okay.
It's a different.
Like I would say he can't move items around. I would say he'd be able to convert the atoms, but he wouldn't be able to just.
Well,
like,
here's the thing,
that's
but
like you're.
here's the argument
If
though.
you could move the atoms,
If
could
you
move the
exactly, because if that's all it is. So if he moved the atoms the way he wanted to, if he was skilled enough, in this imaginary scenario,
So
then
he
yeah,
could
he
be
would be able to move people. But
So it's not power.
if you really wanted.
So it's not called telekinesis. It's something else, but it has a similar.
it's definitely
effect.
matter.
And
It's
you use it
No,
that
no,
way.
hold on. Because I'm not understanding this. You're saying you have the power to see atoms. And
Ooh, nice shot,
move
Jordan.
them.
That's what I
Thank you,
say,
sir.
see,
Yeah.
but sense.
you saw my arms
I mean-
right there too.
No, we
You got me by
no,
1
no,
second.
We can't say that because then now, how is he able to use his powers? Can he react quickly, or does he have to stop and concentrate?
Oh, you're in my line of fire.
Here's the thing. If we're talking about the limits of a power or how to bring it back into
No,
balance
no,
with
how it
everybody
works.
right
else's
there.
powers.
We're talking
I didn't miss
about
that one.
how it works.
Oh, just how it works.
Yes, because if you're saying you were able to see matter,
Okay.
then I could give you that. But now you're saying you're able to
Priority
see matter
item
and
detected.
move it around and change matter.
Okay. How about this?
So
I mean,
now if
sense
give me one
matter.
second.
Okay,
Give
go
me
ahead.
one second.
Go ahead.
So you sense matter. Now, if you're gonna be changing matter, I'm assuming that's gonna be a long process.
You know what hit him.
So I'm assuming you can't be exactly close combat person. You have
Immediate
to be
medical
like a
assistance
back
needed.
row person. Your powers, basically, you're not gonna be just knocking ripping around.
Look at him trying to dance, bro.
Are you?
Look
are
at
you
him trying to
finished?
dance.
Yeah, I'm finished.
Shot him in the kneecap. That's embarrassing.
I'm gonna say for one, who's to say that I can't get better with
Civilians
training,
detected.
and for
Could
two,
be survivors. Take a
who's
look.
to say that just like with you and mind control, it's not an instantaneous.
No, I'm not taking mind control anymore. So you're saying
Oh,
it's
okay.
instantaneous and like, okay.
Yeah, that I would choose to have that instantaneous. I mean, if
Like I'm trying to see like what the limits are because if we're saying if you're
No,
able
there's no
to-
limits. There's no limits. But the only reason I even gave him any pushback is we were just talking about the wrong power. I just wanted to make sure everything was in the right separation. But outside of
if
that,
we're
like whatever
going-
power you want is what you want. We're just
if
talking
we're
about.
going full power fantasy, then yeah, that would be the one to be able to sense, matter to the atomic level, and be able to alter it any way I see.
Control matter. Yeah. At that point, unless you limit yourself, you're God at that point.
Right, and that brings me to my power that I
wouldn't say
patiently
God,
waited to.
I'd say you're a form of God. per se.
Okay, can I say my powers then? Since we're gonna be matter
Well,
manipulating shit.
go ahead. I'll just save mine for last. Just remember matter. I hope it doesn't
Okay,
die
well
off.
my
by then.
powers is the power to move the cosmos and everything and time and space.
That's not even a power anymore. You just want to be God. Like you might as well just say you're
Yeah.
God.
No,
Like,
that's not
it's-
godly because I'll give you the thing. So since time and
Outcasts
space
are
are
storming the
closely
eastern
linked,
perimeter.
I want to be able to accelerate stuff, stop time,
That's
at
God,
the same
bro.
time make
That's
dimensions.
still
That's
God
God,
tier
bro.
already.
Like there's no two ways about it.
If this nigga can quickly
Hold on
control matter and
I didn't say you couldn't do it. I'm just letting you know. That's just you might as well just say you want to be
I'm a
God.
God
Like
then.
it's not okay. Well
Yeah,
then
Y'all
that's the
niggas
power
better
you
watch
want.
your step around me then.
Oh my
I guess
goodness.
everybody would be a god then. If they had the
No,
opportunity.
no. That are we? You know what? Go ahead, Eric. Oh, you already went. Who didn't go? I'll save mine for last. Cause I think I'm gonna be the only one who actually has fun. Marcus, did you go?
I mean, I would have fun with my power, honestly.
No, you would have too much responsibility with your power. You can't have a power like that and then show it and then. What?
Bro,
Who said I was being a hero?
No, I'm talking about Eric.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Kachi. Go ahead. Go ahead, Kachi.
Anyway,
That's true.
so
Put it this way though.
I don't care
Keep
about
in
I'm down.
mind that if anyone
Look.
sees you use your power and they happen to be that skill thief. like
all
Will
right,
was
then it's
gonna
over.
say,
You lost your power.
So
No, you don't. Did they replicate power or steal power?
He said steal. If his power was he wanted to steal other people's powers.
Oh.
I'm
So-
just saying,
Alright,
let's
so-
just assume there's a
Then-
guy out there that wants to
steal
that can
as
steal
in,
powers.
like,
Permanently take it away?
Steal it, bro.
That's-
Steal it.
That's tight. That's tight.
I'm just
Oh,
saying,
man,
if there-
that'd be
let's
crazy.
assume that there's a guy out there
Man,
that can
how
just
is he
steal
gonna
your
get that
power and
close
that's
to
his
me?
power.
I'm
You-
gonna
we-
switch
you-
that nigga. I'm gonna switch that nigga flat.
Nah, bro,
Outta
cause
here.
Loki is gonna try and play God and have a following. They're like, I just want to meet you and see what you do. Can I shake your hand? Yes, you can shake my hand. Logia, no powers.
No,
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Also powerless.
Let him finish.
let's say that the guy has to see you use your power first in order to actually take it. But he doesn't necessarily have to
or
see
like
it.
he has no, we have to give him timers then. If he's gonna permanently take your power, he has to.
I don't think that's how it works in a
Hold
power
on now,
He
transfer.
has
hold
to see you use it, and you have to be in visual range for him to take it, like actual visual range.
No, that's too OP. That's too OP.
How is that too OD? But you won't be God. Right, right.
Yeah, you
No,
can't be
so-
Pick a
God
lane.
so OP.
Pick a line. Pick a lane.
Then I can squish him.
No, you wouldn't even know he exists. You didn't say that you wanted to be
know.
omnipotent.
Unless
You
wanna
didn't say.
be
Hold on.
Okay, guys.
But you didn't say you want to be omnipotent. You said you want to move the cosmos, which means anyone with telepathy can get in your head. So if
Pretty
you've
much.
already stole telepathy,
He does
what's
not
gonna
have
happen to you?
telepathy.
You wouldn't know he's the one
He
who
does not
can
have
do it.
telepathy.
He
because
can, bro. He can
you're
do
not
it. He can steal
omniscient.
all powers. That's the whole point.
If he doesn't
His
have,
ability is
Wait,
that he
wait.
can simply steal
he
someone's
can
power.
just take it from you. Like if
Okay,
you
guys.
if you just happen to shake his hand one day,
Not even if
No,
he sees you
hold on,
in visual range.
Hold on.
Mangetu
You guys are all
Sharingan.
making new powers
Hostiles
up
are
at this point.
gathering in the courtyard.
So I
No, we
don't know
weren't. This
nigga.
was original.
No,
We said this
let me-
before your
let me
God
say
powers.
something.
Before your God powers,
Let me
we said
say
this.
something.
And we're just pointing out that you don't know who can or not. You have all these people all around you. Gonna just kill them all?
That's what I'm like. Y'all don't know me. I never said I was gonna be a hero. Like I'm
That's
just gonna
option.
literally be
True,
blow
but
off
if you
this
kill
planet or
everyone,
get the
then where's
fuck
your
up out of
subject?
this planet.
That is
Alright,
an option.
but all
Every
you have
time
to
he
do-
activates his powers, he would probably kill everybody in a certain radius just so he can, just so that
Now,
wouldn't happen.
Yes.
but if we never brought this up, then he would have just been stolen. Like, so basically, he still would have been stolen because that would have been the case. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Like, if somebody's stealing
Here's
powers,
another
there
thing.
would obviously be
Here's
news
another
about it.
thing.
There wouldn't, nobody would like lose their
Someone
powers and
said
be like, I'm
time.
not gonna say nothing
Someone
about
said time, so they could just go back to before you were born and then kill you.
Heads up, agent.
I'm
Kill your
my
lineage.
limitation
Hey!
is to actually go backwards. But
it.
So
I would say there's someone who can though.
All right.
No,
then, as soon
someone
as I
said they
realize,
wanted
well, my
time.
power's up. I'm just gonna blow up
That's what
planet
I was
Earth.
saying.
but it's too late. That wouldn't matter to
I'm
him.
Create a black,
You-
I'm just gonna
that-
create a black
That
hole
wouldn't
as
matter
soon
to
as
him.
I
He
get
could
my
just go back in
powers.
time. What do you mean?
That's actually interesting.
He
You
would
gotta
just
do
He
it.
died. He dies before he could.
Bruh,
go in
you would,
time.
bruh, the
Listen,
planet
listen,
doesn't just blow up instantly, bro. Like, we would see something happen. It would take at least a minute for the whole planet to blow up, bro.
Listen,
My,
listen,
my powers are to create time and space, so I could just create a giant black hole.
Well,
blow
no,
up
your
the
powers
fucking
are to
Earth,
do
and nobody-
everything,
But it-
Logia, so BS.
If-
Right, you said your tower was to move the cosmos, not to.
No, I said
Create time and
cosmic
space.
Time and space.
he's
I
adding.
said time
He's
and
definitely
space.
adding.
But
No,
You know-
I said time and space. What are you talking about?
It's okay, I made a clip. We'll check it back later.
Hey, go check it. Go check it.
listen,
He said
if he
Cosmos.
could do it instantaneously,
He definitely said Cosmos. I know he said
That's what I'm
Cosmos.
talking about.
if he could do it, yeah, he did.
He definitely
added it,
said
but he
that. I
added it-
know.
Take
I'm
all
a.
these out.
He did it way back then. If you could do it instantaneously, then yeah, sure, great. You destroyed every other person that could have superpowers, and now you're it. Okay, that's your plan. All right, cool.
What he basically said, you're the
That's
worst
it.
villain ever.
That's it. Nah,
What do you mean?
nah.
I'm
That's,
gonna
that's,
destroy the Earth?
He said you're plot armor.
listen, that would be
Wait.
the best power, though. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not gonna change
Yo,
mine.
I got a new one.
I bet.
Like, I have the power to write the stories of everybody.
Nah,
Bruh,
I got
how do
power.
you just
Hold
switch
on,
from
That isn't
Cosmos?
OP at all, is it?
I got you.
Literally
All right,
armor
hold
right
up.
there.
Hold
I
on,
got
I got
plot
something. I got something.
Plot
All
armor.
right. So what I want everyone to do is list their 2 superpowers.
I
And
didn't even get through my
Hold
first
it.
one.
just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
Henry's sending a team to escort
Who's
the
not
survivors
playing
back to
the
the campus.
division right now?
They
Who's
should arrive
just
shortly.
doing nothing?
You're good out there, agent.
I'm not.
All right. So
F in the
from the
chat.
order. Okay. So I want Mana to moderate this. So whatever you see on your screen, you choose. You choose
Mana's
who
playing.
goes next. So he is. Dang. Who's
So
not playing?
all this isn't
Basically-
happening because I haven't went next. I haven't. Everybody else got their
Okay. Well,
opinion
this
out.
can happen. All right. Hold
And
on. I got
then-
something. All right.
And then after,
So-
then we can change the narrative. But I've been waiting like 30 minutes to get this out.
You're
at
still
this
gonna
point.
choose your superpower. The thing is, someone's gonna choose your weakness.
Yeah, we can do this after. Or we, matter of fact, no, not even. Just think of it now. Whatever power someone has, they're keeping, and we're gonna choose the weakness for that person. So we already
Yeah,
know
so
every
that's
power.
what
So
I'm
we'll
saying.
just.
Someone needs to
use all the
moderate
powers.
this.
Hey, wait a minute.
All right. Let's reset everything. Let's reset everything.
Bruh,
Okay,
I
just
just
reset
want to say my power. God damn
Let
it!
him do it.
Bro, like,
Let
goddamn.
Let him do it. Let him do it.
Cry about it. Jesus.
Let him do it. Let him do it. Go ahead.
First of all, I was
Okay,
playing. Don't give me
so
that.
stop, pause. Whoa, hold on. Let me pull out a little digital pad. Okay, blanket.
ask the
and
question.
Kaji will go next once I pull out a pad.
Let me
Okay,
ask a question
cool.
about
And-
Everybody mute too. Everybody mute. Just to keep it like.
I know, but can I just elaborate on this? The person
Okay.
next has to choose the
Kaji.
person.
Blaze.
Okay.
All right,
This is
Kaji,
not- this is
go.
not-
Thank you.
Wait, hold up, rest, just real quick.
Mhm.
All right, so the person that's going next has to choose KJ's weakness. So
Okay,
after KJ
uh,
lists his 2 superpowers, the person going next.
I only have one superpower
Well,
because
who's going
the
next?
narrative was one.
You,
What do
you
I
can
choose?
Stay at
Yeah,
one.
you can choose. You can moderate that.
Or I guess.
Do we want to do it like in chat or something? Like who?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like visually, you need to actually see who's like.
You
Okay,
know I can't do any of this, right? Unless
I
you're
know
doing
it's
it on
not
my
you,
stream.
KJ. It's
Unless you're
Resh-
chatting on my
Resh-
stream. Oh, okay.
Bruh, Resh is doing
Okay.
it for us.
So I'm just gonna point out that basically, I was the unlucky one in Academia, and I had no power. I basically was what Deku would have been if he had never been lucky.
Thing.
Man, they could.
This is why I'm the moderator.
Man.
All right,
I'm
Kaji,
the
go.
moderator.
What are your
Alright.
powers?
You sure?
Deku
Let me
become
check
a
both
god.
sides
Yeah.
from across the
You
street.
can go.
That's why I'm actually able to write all
I
these
got
down.
one question
No,
before
no,
we start.
no. Okay, go
Okay,
ahead. By all
question
means.
is-
By all means.
What kind of rules are there for the weakness itself?
It
Does
could
the
be
weakness
anything. It could
okay,
be
so you're
anything.
saying
Like if
the weakness doesn't have to equal the amount of power you would get.
Okay,
No,
so
yeah,
let
you
me
can,
put it
like-
this way: the
Jeff
more powerful
was
it
supposed to trade
becomes,
with the
let's
campus
just
earlier,
say,
but
and
he
I'll
never showed up
try
to
to
the meeting.
fairly
If
moderate
he's
that.
still
but
alive,
let's just say the
find
more
him.
powerful your ability is, there could be
There's a supply
several
drop. You
small
want to go to it?
weaknesses or one large weakness. So
what you
basically,
want to do is
you're
try
trying
to
bring it back
like
into balance. You're
what
trying to
you
bring
want
it
to
back
do
into
is
balance in a sensible way.
yeah, what you want to do is technically kind of like negate both of their strengths. But if you can't
See,
do that, then you have to choose the strongest one.
Here's the thing though. My power wasn't OP like everybody else's, so it's
I
not
know,
even
but
gonna work.
this is for anyone, kid. It's just entertaining.
Ah,
Because
goodness.
someone actually has to visually like think about okay what they want to do.
Yeah,
okay,
but I didn't. That
moderate.
limits the fact that I could just freely say whatever I wanted. Like everybody else had that freedom. Now I
All
have
right, bro, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I mean, it's already in there now, but
But listen,
whatever.
say
I'll
you
just keep
free
my
stuff
original
and then
power.
and then think about another power.
Nah, because I was
Wait,
really
Say
thinking
your
about this
original
first one.
stuff, and it doesn't count this time.
Oh, okay.
Say your original stuff, bro.
Okay, I can live with that. So it was the matter conversion, but it was only amongst myself because I thought it'd be really cool to have a power to be any not super character, but any video game character or something like that, or like a cartoon character, something like that. So matter conversion with the ability to get in the powers of the character, but not multiple powers at the same time. So whatever I chose is what I would have to do. Basically, almost a Ben 10. Think Ben 10, but I could become video game characters or comic book characters, or
And
like
you basically take on their strengths and
their weaknesses. Correct.
Right, he's Ditto.
Well, I mean, basically
That's actually why I was so
Nuts.
upset Jordan came up with
Nuts.
that right after, because I was literally I was so close to finally getting that out, and I waited, and then here we go. So
Hey.
I mean, technically, those are all, it already has given itself a weakness because you take
Alright.
on the weakness of
Well,
whoever.
Kaji's immune to our weakness thing then.
nah, that didn't count because you came up with a whole narrative after I got a
gotta-
chance to do my power.
Now you got to come up with another
So
power.
I'll go last. Y'all go ahead and start it over. Hey, I'm at a supply drop though. Y'all can get these weapons. You might get a gold.
Who wants to go first?
I think Jordan should go first since he came up with the narrative.
Okay.
It's a cool
Actually,
narrative.
you know what?
I can't hate.
You know what? There actually is a sensible weakness to that. Because you could technically choose someone that doesn't really have a weakness.
Like you could like just make it funny too. You can say that someone can, if someone has like super speed, right? If someone has super speed, you could literally say like, okay, that's fine, but you're missing one leg, or you're missing half your body, or something like that.
That's funny.
Well,
Also,
Or you trigger every single time you go. So
completely
that's basically
unrelated.
it.
Completely unrelated. Real quick, I need y'all to hop on the stream. I only have 2 people. This is obviously a weeknight. I don't have those many, but
Hold on.
we're here today. I don't remember the last time I had 2 people on the stream.
Oh, it's for mature audience. Man.
All right, no matter what Jordan says, I'm gonna say, but he's just only ahead. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so
So,
alrighty, so yeah. Let me. I'll
Jordan, you have to
choose.
pick a weakness.
Well, first of all, who's actually ready to go next?
Oh, hey,
Well,
can we
no,
drop a no interrupting clause? in
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, please. All right, well, I'm going first, so
Shade
I'll
is-
go first. So someone chooses, whoever's going next chooses my weakness. So we need to establish that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just curious, Shade. I'm just curious, Shade. Do you even want to? Do you even want to try to add any kind of sensible weakness to Kaji? Because technically, you could choose a powerful character.
Oh, I thought he said he was gonna go last.
Oh, that last one didn't count. Yeah, that last. I was just trying to.
Yeah.
I came up with that when we were talking about the matter conversion. But yeah, I just had to wait. Everybody else is
Okay, so
thorough in there.
Shade goes.
All right, so we're making it big as possible. I want the power of the Force.
Okay.
So Star Wars Force.
Yes, yes, and everything that comes along with that, and the power to control the sun.
Oh, sheesh.
Okay,
Alright.
control the sun, like how exactly?
Yeah, please
So
elaborate.
controlling the UV rays, turning it on and off.
This man trying to make the ultimate poison.
That's basically it, to be honest.
100%
He took that
I
RDC.
essentially have no,
That
I
RDC
essentially
skip
have
to life.
no willpower.
Man's
I'm
gonna
just
say
gonna-
lights out.
I'm gonna call it solar control.
Yep.
That's a dope
Yeah,
one. I never
like
thought
that.
about that before.
And I could do a couple things. I could literally project myself off the ground and fly. There's a couple things you can do
You
with
can
that.
literally cook people like an ant. Yes.
Yep.
I shot him in the neck,
That's
Jordan.
it.
He leaking.
Now, were those two different ones? Two different powers?
Yeah, two different ones. Yeah, those were my two powers.
Okay, that was it.
Yep, that was it. Two
No
superpowers.
blinks. Okay. So, who's ready to go next?
Anybody ready?
And I'll go next.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Okay,
Todd?
good.
January.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, first of all, before you start your own, you have to give weaknesses to the force and solar control. On it.
Okay. Let's say for the force.
Or if you decide that basically, hey, it doesn't really need a weakness because it's not all powerful.
You can literally say that like every single time I use my powers, I lose like 10 years of my life.
Question though.
But
Question
I'm
though.
trying to make this
Question
an
though.
interesting part.
Are we making this funny or just like trying to counterbalance?
I would like to
Anything-
believe we're
anything you want.
counterbalancing, but if you can make it funny, go ahead.
You can make it funny. You can do it all, to be
I mean,
honest.
I think you could do both.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna challenge
Is
you.
it one? Wait, how many
You know what?
limitations? Is it one limitation,
Hold on.
or
hold
is it
on.
a whole thing? Just
one.
I
one.
have an idea.
Okay,
I have
got
an
you.
idea.
One single
So
limitation.
Shay, before we continue,
Kryptonite.
just
That's
a
what we'll call this
random,
game.
a random crazy. Just give me a random crazy ability that doesn't necessarily have a use, but is just silly.
As a third power.
Yeah, as a third power. The third power will always be something that's just silly.
Okay, I
and
like
absurd,
that. I
but
like
hey.
that. I like that.
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
literally, you can make it like you could choose like something like, hey, let me make it rain crap on somebody on their birthday or something.
Hey,
That's funny.
I can summon a keyblade that does.
Okay, every single time I use my power, everyone has uncontrollable diarrhea.
That is
So-
hilarious.
I mean,
Dang.
that's the
He said
power.
everyone.
You realize that's worse than your power?
But he said,
Is it everyone else or just everyone?
he
Wait,
said everyone.
are you included? Do you have
No, I'm
uncontrollable
not.
diarrhea
I'm
as well? Are the UV rays getting to your
That's
butt
an
too?
uncontrollable side effect, man. That's a side effect of you using your powers, man. Like,
You sound like that,
So
that naval
basically, let's
laser
just say
off
that
of my hero.
It's gonna be hot and
So-
stinky.
okay, so basically your power, your third power, your joke power, basically is that you can make everyone crap diarrhea.
Jordan already won.
including
World,
yourself.
he already got world conquest without trying, bro. All you got to do is use your power once, and then
Man,
it's
that's
like
power.
seeing this, gonna be like, I'm sorry, but apparently today all took a dump on themselves. The whole entire
could-
world at 3 o'clock sharp.
And I can force choke you with your own diarrhea, bro. I can literally just-
Nah, bro, that's too much. No one want to go out like that. That's too much, bro. That's not even. That's too much, bro. Thanos coming for you on that one. You made me take a dump of myself in my own dimension.
Okay.
Oh, here's another thing too.
Hey.
Here's another thing too. No one could choose the power that's already been made.
Oh yeah.
So if I created one, no one can create that.
Nah, that's a given
same
though.
power.
That's a given
Yeah,
though.
so-
That's a given.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, January.
Got you.
That was funny.
Weaknesses. Honestly, I think you
One
already chose a weakness for the causes. Everyone have terrible diarrhea includes himself, so just the first two need a weakness. Unless you can make something hilarious.
I thought he said it didn't count against him. He said it doesn't affect him. Or am I tripping?
So it doesn't. It doesn't.
You don't get.
No, it
your-
does not affect me.
Isn't
That
that
the
supposed
last
to be a
one.
weakness? Like, why are
Okay,
we giving
so
him
yeah,
more power?
January. Basically, you can have an additional side effect to that last one, and it could be just as random and hilarious or whatever. I prefer it that way.
Yeah, like you
Yeah, I
can say
think
like
so
when I
First two
use.
sensible.
I
First
think
two
so too.
sensible weaknesses.
Yeah, like you can
Okay,
say like if I use like one of my powers or two of my powers, I lose like 30 years of my life each time I use it, or
You can basically do anything, but
I go
the idea is to
blind
try
for
to balance it.
or I go blind for a
can
year every
Can
time I
I
use
pick
my power.
weaknesses? Can I pick a weakness for each power?
Yes, you're doing
Uh,
a weakness for each power.
Well, you're doing your best. You're
Hey,
doing
can
your
I go
best.
next- Can I go next and just give an example, please? I want to just finish this out.
Okay, you're doing your best to like negate both. So do your best trying to negate both.
Yeah, basically
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Don't worry. So, for the weakness for Shade, if he uses his stun powers for more than 10 minutes, it actually gives his opponent more health. So if
Okay.
he- after 10
That's
minutes,
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
He can only use his effect for like 10
And that applies to both my powers. That applies
Yeah,
to
if
both
you-
my powers. Let's go. That's cool. That's a good actually little negation right there. Yeah, that's good.
So like you can't overuse your powers. Like,
Okay, so then the Force, Logia.
the force. For the force one.
No, I'm saying the Force. His ability that we're gonna negate now is the Force. What are his
Okay.
weaknesses?
He can only
So
use
the-
type power.
No. So for the fourth, he can't be moving while he's using it. He has to be
Hold
like
still.
stand. He can't move. He
That's
can't
fair.
run while using it.
That's
That's
fair.
fair.
He can't run while.
I actually
using
really like that. Because it sounds like a real power now. It sounds like something like I can do this, but I can only do this if I'm standing still. So now he needs protection
Nice.
in order to do it. Or someone needs
And
to,
then-
not know where he's at.
Okay.
Okay, so then the uncontrollable
Your eyes peeled and
diarrhea.
ears open.
Like I said, it can
There's a
be just
strong
a
outcast
random
presence in
side
the area,
effect, or
and
it
a
can
community
be
that
a
needs your
weakness.
help.
But technically, Go.
Okay. So if he uses it for more than 30 people at a time, it affects him as well.
Actually.
Oh,
he
I
can't,
like that.
He can't go into a. So he can't go into a room and just be overpowered. So it's like he has to choose what he
But
wants.
that
to
means
do.
he would always be affected anytime he touch a UV ray, because we're all affected. Although,
No. Like I'm saying, like his diarrhea power. Like we
Well,
already
no,
talked
these are
about
all
his
separate
UV power.
abilities.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
These are all separate abilities. So his ability to cause everyone to have terrible diarrhea.
Is
If he
separate
tries to
then from
affect
his
everyone at
immune.
once, if he tries to affect 30 people, then he basically includes himself in the grouping.
Yeah.
Got
Okay, so
Okay, was that just an exclusive thing that Logan? Because not everyone has to list each weakness for each superpower.
Yeah,
It's
I thought
just
it was just
one
one.
weakness.
I mean,
That-
you choose one weakness, but I feel like the more powerful the ability is,
The more
You have to
weaknesses.
dumb it
own.
down.
Okay, so that brings up tiers. So God level tiers equals how many weaknesses?
Because technically we're still mortals, even if we have that kind of power. So I think it's counterbalanced.
So if
Yeah,
I-
that's what I'm
so if
saying.
I-
Like, if you decided, okay, every single time I use my power, I literally lose like a year of my life. Like that's a great fair, and that applies for
Yeah,
both
but do
the
you
Force
want to just?
and the Sun.
So
Wouldn't that
since
just
you,
be like really lethal? Because like if you want, we could do that. Like every time anybody in our group that uses it, they lose a year of their life. We can say.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Make it
But-
more complicated. I kind of like
Yeah,
the
it's
whole-
got to be individually to the power. Like the
Yeah.
reason why he was
Okay.
saying that because Jordan's power is like that was some power. So like if someone chose they just want to be invisible, then like maybe like the thing is they can't swim. I don't know, like some One Piece shit, you know?
while they're invincible, they can't breathe.
Oh yeah, they have to hold their breath to be invisible.
Yeah, that part.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But like the X-Men, like the more powerful
But
you
that's,
get, the
that's
more.
kind of the point.
The more
yeah.
weaknesses.
Yeah,
Or like,
if-
for instance, even the most powerful one goes crazy in X-Men, if I understand correctly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Logia now has to point out at least up to 2 normal powers.
you could be.
Alright.
You could be autistic.
I have
Alright,
Dale. Can someone teleport to me?
Oh, where are you?
I'm not far from where I was before. Here, I call for help.
All right, go ahead,
You
Logan.
just teleported to him? Okay. So my power, the one I want for me is I control darkness, so I can make mini black holes. I can move through the dark. You know?
I don't know if
Well-
black holes is associated to darkness
A
though.
black hole is
That's
actually
a star
a
that
sun.
exploded. So that's more so Jordan's power.
Well, not basically a black hole or that's actually a star
I
that's
didn't say I'm
gravity is
gonna
so
make a giant
intense.
black hole. I said I'm gonna just make a mini one.
Oh, okay. You mean like he
You
can
don't
control
really
like gravity in
understand
the
the
darkness?
darkness.
Wait,
Okay,
do you
let me-
want like do you want the ability to like move through like shadows and stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Okay,
So that
so
would be
say
two
I can
separate
I can
abilities, basically.
control.
I'm just
So,
saying
like,
a black
basically-
hole is
Control
so
darkness.
Hey guys, let him
Didn't we
finish. Let
have
him
like
finish.
the no talking clause? Like I don't know what you guys don't know.
Let him finish.
Obviously.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is like, basically I have the power of like over, like Shade has the power over the Force, right? My power would be
yeah.
basically like the power over the shadows. So I can, since shadows are, like if there's a shadow like 10 feet from me, I can teleport to that shadow. Or I can like pull
You don't have
somebody
to
out
limit
from the
yourself, bro.
shadow.
You don't have to limit it to 10 feet. Like if you want it to be like a shadow anywhere in the world, like that's your choice.
No, I don't want to make it anywhere in the world. I have to see the shadow for me to use it.
Okay.
Like,
Fair.
that
That's
kinda-
dope. That's fair.
That will kind of like give me. Okay, and then my second power, I would have to say, Ooh. Second power is I can talk to animals. I can just tell animals what to do. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Basically,
Can I
the
go next?
animal friend perk from
Yeah.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Cinderella. Awesome.
Well,
and then
actually,
my
isn't that,
weird power will be.
Snow White.
Ooh, yeah, Snow White too.
Okay, so anyway, odd power is
Stay close, Agent.
I'm just gonna call it the first one Shadow Ninjutsu.
Wait, don't you have to negate his power first? With or not
No.
negate it?
No, he still
He
has
gotta
to
pick
do
weird
his
power.
weird,
Oh, my
weird
fault.
power. His weird power.
Okay. My weird power, I would say, is if every time I eat, oh nah, I can't do that. I can I don't know. You guys make up a weird power for me. I can't think of one.
You make people randomly get in arguments.
You could actually use that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's about this? How's about this? For real. Every time you sneeze, you change genders.
Oh my gosh,
Ooh,
really?
that's
Ramna
good.
1.5?
What?
Ramna
good.
1.5? Really? Really? You're not serious?
No. There's another one.
Damn,
What
bro.
was it? To love root?
Okay, so
That's a different one.
Oh, that's
Yo,
the one
so
about
you
the
just gonna
curse.
give me
Okay.
a great power again?
Ramna was with hot water, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ramna's
Hot
hot
water,
hot
cold
water.
water in general.
Water in
hot
general.
water, cold water.
Water in
Yeah,
general.
water in general, you're right.
Temperature of
I'm
the water.
saying every
determines
time
what
he
he can
sneezes, so if you can hold it back.
I got something for KJ when I have to counter KJ since it's gonna last.
Like,
Oh,
you-
bruh.
So,
An agent has gone
who's
offline.
going next?
I'll take this one.
January?
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
take
okay.
it.
Now,
Okay.
controlled shadows. I'm calling it Shadow Ninjutsu. So, what's the weakness?
I'll give it the basic weakness. I mean, it's the distance is shorter in light.
Okay,
Like,
that's respectable.
The brighter the
Okay.
light, the distance is shorter.
Weakened by light.
Because shadows are shorter in light. Right?
Actually, no, it's the opposite. Shadows are longer in light. Technically, darkness isn't shadow. Like, I mean, although you could put it together and it's associated, like a shadow is cast, it's light cast onto an object, therefore a shadow is created.
Can he blink through shadows, or can he
Yes,
blink through
he can
darkness?
blink through. Well, he's blinking through shadows. I thought it was shadows, but no, he said he was a darkness master. So it's basically the same thing, but I'm just complicating things, so I'm gonna do
Basically
it.
weakened by light.
Yeah. He
Serious trauma.
said, what was it?
Directly hits. If light directly hits.
Okay, I'm gonna say if light is hitting him.
Okay,
Oh,
I got it. That's good. That's fair.
Okay.
Wait, does he have to be bundled? Like, is it direct? Like, let's say like he's in Los Angeles. Like, would he have to dress like he's an Eskimo? Like, in the sunlight in order to use his power? Or
Let's not complicate the light.
No,
I mean, I don't know. I actually think that's cool because like,
I'm gonna say if light is touching his skin.
got you. No, that's cool though because like now like I'm thinking like a picture comic book villain, right? And you know it's him because like he's dressed like it's winter in July in the hottest areas, but it's so he can use his shadows. That's actually really cool.
And he's got those shades.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
goggles and everything,
Right.
yeah.
There we go, Logan. We gotta get a picture of that.
Animal friend perk.
That could be like an emo for you,
No
dog.
Okay.
Shadow Logia. Ooh.
Talk to animals, but you have a phobia of.
I'm sorry.
Phobia of
Phobia
what?
what?
You have a phobia of animals that live in water.
Wow.
That's actually
I can't talk about
hilarious.
boy orca? Alright, okay,
Marine life.
You can talk to him, but it just has to be like long distance. Like you can't be on the ocean.
okay.
So,
That's funny.
I'm gonna actually know
That's
phobia
hilarious,
fear
I love
of.
it.
So this fear of marine life is like a phobia level where you're irrationally afraid
Yeah.
of them. I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at
So like he can't go to SeaWorld.
SeaWorld's off the charts right there.
That-
Nah,
He would like
Eee.
probably crap his
Off limit.
pants. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off limits.
Look
Don't let
at
him
Wara and I
get
faint.
Then
That's how
let
uh,
him
it
see
needs
last
to be.
one.
don't let him see a
randomly-
flying fish or a catfish that could like walk on land. Don't let him. Nah, not even that.
Just give me a minute.
randomly control. Okay, so randomly causes people to get into arguments.
Was that what we were going with? I thought we were
Alright.
going with
That
the
was
You can
my
do it.
that
So
was
this
my
is
weird
the,
power.
this is the
Okay.
third weird
That roughed
power.
you up
All
real
right,
good.
all right, all right.
You know what?
The
That's
argument
actually
thing-
OP though. Now that you think about it, because like he could like make
Well-
someone argue in the shadow,
Yeah.
like to their shadow, and then jump another
I'm gonna
shadow.
call it.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna
if you're
call it the. I'm
combining
gonna
them,
call it
yeah.
the flamethrower.
You said the
Let me see,
flamethrower?
let me-
Okay.
No, the
Flamethrower.
flamethrower.
The flamethrower. That's funny.
The blame thrower.
Wait, so we have to come up with a name too?
Well,
No.
not necessarily.
We'll do that for
no.
next
Nah,
time. We'll do that for
that's
next
a good-
time.
To catch my breath. Tough
Let
as
me
leather,
see
this
about
one.
a weakness for the flamethrower.
I can take it from here. There's an escort on the way
Well,
to help.
I was,
You did good
I
out
was
there,
thinking
Agent.
that
I
just
think that
maybe
should-
he can't control who argues with who.
No, no,
Oh,
no, no,
that's
no, no,
fine.
no. Whoever he starts the argument between, they also argue with him.
Oh. Wait. But we have
So can I give myself a weekness? Because I got a.
I
good
mean,
one
you
for
can throw out a nominee. It won't really count, but you can
Yeah,
throw it out
I
there.
got one. I got one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Every time somebody is nice to me, I have a sudden urge to make them argue.
That's funny.
Okay.
That is actually
Oh, that's
funny.
crazy.
Actually, that's really good, bro. That's really good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
So anytime
They're
somebody
both really
says
good,
hello,
though.
I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, you gonna get this argument right now, bro.
All right. Can I change?
You're
Can I
also
change
perfect.
it to that?
No, I
If
don't
you want,
to
yeah. But
Okay.
they're both good. They're both good. But if you want to make that the
Wait,
official
oh
one,
no, hold on, Resh. I
Okay,
think
so
you're
now
the, you're the
January.
arbiter here.
Yeah, January. Now that we have given him weaknesses, what are your powers?
Okay. All right. I want phasing. I want to be my Kitty Pride, Mirio Togeda type person. Right. I want to be able to walk through walls, go through floors and everything.
until you
But you
lose your
basically
powers.
control which way you're phasing. So if you want to go through a floor, you go through a floor. But if you want to
Yeah.
go through a wall, you go through a wall.
And if I stop phasing, I just get stuck. I mean,
Oh.
But it doesn't hurt, right?
man.
Exactly like how a million is.
I don't know. I mean, it,
I don't know.
if, I don't. I mean,
If
I don't
you
know.
suddenly had a wall where your ribs are, maybe.
If I get, I'm gonna say part of my body. If it's a part of my body I need, then I die.
Okay. That's really
So
complicated.
it's dangerous. I can
It's
phase
dangerous.
through, but I can't stop halfway. Like
Okay.
You
I
gotta
have
go
to
through
get
the
all
other
the way
side.
out.
I
I
got
have
you.
to get
You
all
gotta
the
go
way
all
out.
the way through. Okay, that's
Yeah,
actually
remember
fair.
the
That's
thing
fair.
where the guy basically like once you start, you have to keep going forward.
Yeah.
no, not necessarily.
No.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I can't deactivate the power inside of something or else die.
Yeah. Okay.
So
so
when
I
it's
might
on, it's on.
dip-
I got you.
I can dip through a wall and then dip back out, but as long as I'm out of the wall, I'm okay.
Right.
I'd like to go next actually to make like weaknesses for this and stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So
And I-
next power.
My second power, I'm gonna get spider sense. I'm gonna get a half a second of precognition, like of just danger.
Basically, you can sense things a half a second before it happens.
Yeah,
Spider sense.
but I mean, without the reflexes, it won't. I
Yeah.
would still have my
You might
regular.
want to give yourself a little bit more time.
You might want to. You might.
No,
wanna-
no, because he can phase
alright.
through it. He can phase through it. I get it. I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
You
on-
guys, I didn't realize you guys were trying to make all the powers put
We've got a bunch of
together.
talented
No,
musicians
no, you
here
get
who
half a second to
volunteered to
react. Though,
organize
so you should probably give
concerts.
yourself maybe like
That ought to help
30,
cheer
40
people up.
seconds.
I'm gonna say one.
growing
I'll
season
meet
is
you
short.
halfway.
1 second.
Being
One
able to
second.
save some of our crops
1 second
will be
spider
vital.
sense.
Eventually, you would get used to that, though. I think your body would naturally come up with some sort of like form of protection. Because I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. If you do the same thing over and over again, then you're gonna know the move. You know, not to
You
stand
know,
The
there.
question
Here's the
is
thing.
how
Here's the
thorough
thing
is
that
this?
might be manipulated
Outcasts have
if
kidnapped
somebody
civilians
does
from
a
campus. They're holding them in a prison near New
feint.
York Avenue
Maybe not a
North.
feint is the right word for it.
Or
if they
doesn't think
actually-
about their move.
Well,
Yeah, if
let
they
me-
if they
let
know
me
that
ask
about
Oh,
me,
well, never
and if they
mind.
try to hit me with something, and then I think I'm safe, and then I what's the word? I dephase, but something is still inside of me. Like if somebody has like
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. If you get hit with the okie doke, but they would have to trap you for that.
Yeah,
So-
they'd have to trap me and do like the wire thing.
So you're
They
susceptible
really
to
have to
ambush. Is
understand your
basically
power to
what you're
do that,
saying.
so.
Yeah, I mean if you know me, And you know my power is like Superman. If you know
This man
Superman,
said like he really
and
got this power. That's
you
funny.
have some kryptonite.
Okay. So
That's a dope power.
weird
It is.
ability.
Okay.
Weird ability.
Weird ability. Hmm.
Outcasts are holding civilian
My
captive near
spider
your
sense feels
location.
strangely
His name's
orgasmic.
Sam. We need to
Oh
get him
my
back to
Wait,
god.
what did you say?
What did you say? That'd be more. That ties into the spider sense. So I'd say.
Okay,
That
I
also
can't
is
do
more
it.
like a
Do it.
weakness than a
Okay,
benefit.
fair. Okay, yeah. I have to come up with something
It's
else.
got to be something completely unrelated.
Completely unrelated? Alright.
Like just something out of left field.
Okay.
Because I was originally thinking these were all separate powers, but
Okay, one eye is colorblind.
alright, what? One eye.
Something wacky.
Okay, wacky. Okay, let me see.
Yo, how does that affect you though? Color blindness.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
like,
really a power.
it'd be like looking at a 3D movie with the bad glasses all day.
I mean, that's more like a side effect in an illness than a really
Okay, then a third wacky power. I got it.
just like a weird one that
Someone
you
must
can
know
do
they're keeping
that
Sam.
sensibly can't normally be done, but at the same time isn't necessarily beneficial in its own way.
Okay. I can change the color of anything.
Okay. Yeah.
We're taking the rainbows back from the gate.
We're coloring those rainbows.
Bro, we are on stream.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are. Oh yeah, we are.
I retract that. I didn't say that. What? Man, this is tough, man. What? I mean, I'm up with a suggestion.
The color of no. Changing the color. Just randomly, just basically change the color of anything. What within sight, or just like.
Someone shot me
Let's say
from
you
up.
could even
Hey,
do
behind
that
you, Jordan.
if it's on TV. It's on TV.
I'm about to go down for
If
sure.
it's on TV, if you can actually see it, if you can see it, and it's happening right there in real life at that moment.
Oh.
Oh, you died to your own.
Oh, my
never
smoke.
mind.
That's funny. You can still pick
But
me up though.
it's just the color. It's nothing else about it that I changed.
Well, true.
Wait,
but
why
you
did I
can
respawn?
You can basically change the color to whatever color you want.
Strange.
right? Probably.
Yeah, like I might be able to change the lights to green.
Thank you, Agent. I
Okay,
was starting
yeah,
to think
Cause
this
a
was
traffic
it for us.
accident, possibly.
Oh, if that could.
Ow.
Kind
That's
of
kind of scary, but yeah, fair enough.
I mean, is
Change
that
the
a
color of
veto?
anything.
Is that a veto? Do I need to?
No,
That's
that
pretty
sounds fair. That sounds
Okay.
fair.
I'm sorry.
I mean, because also your ability wouldn't affect anyone who's colorblind.
I was playing this whole time. Can you go through your 3 powers real quick?
It's supposed to be random, so.
Okay. What mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I can phase through walls.
I remember
but
that part.
If I dephase in a wall,
Then you get like cut in half. You'll die. Gotcha.
yeah.
What was the
I
second
mean,
one?
it. Like if I dephase my arm in there, you know, I just lose the arm.
Gotcha.
Oh, I was gonna say for your weakness. I was
Well, hold
gonna
on.
say
It's
you
KJ.
Hold
It's
on, Jonathan.
KJ's
This
turn.
person
KJ's
gets
Oh,
KJ's
I'm-
turn to.
Hold on.
I'm still.
So,
What was your second power?
Second power was. Oh yeah, it's a 1 second spider.
precognition. We did
yeah,
go to,
precognition.
but it's like a spider sense
It's
degree where
only
you're not
for
100%
danger.
sure
I
what's
can't
gonna happen, but
exactly
you can
tell
dodge.
what's happening.
Mhm.
It's
You can
only
tell
for
something's about to
danger.
happen and it's threatening your life or it's gonna hurt you, but you can't
detected.
tell exactly what it is. Okay.
And then the wacky power, I can change the color of anything
To another color.
to another color. That I
Any
can,
other color, yeah.
like I can make an apple purple.
Yep.
I can make a flag black.
That's funny.
That's free black flag.
Okay.
He's gonna focus that up. Finish
You
him.
following them after this?
He's trapped. Nice shot.
Me.
Who's next? Cosworth?
Yep.
Yo.
Alright.
God, okay,
Doing
so
something
hold on.
good.
Phasing, weakness.
Alright. Weakness. You can only phase through like the left side of the wall.
What?
What?
But that's the issue with that is that it's
Ah.
Hey,
point.
that's
So,
why That's the weakness that he chose.
Well, I mean, no.
Oh my god.
That's the viewpoint.
Clarify,
I mean,
please.
it does
Like, how
depend on-
about he can't phase through a chocolate chip cookie or something?
No. I want to say he can't phase through 3 walls in a row. Like he has.
I feel like
I got a question. Who's left? Is it my left or is it there? It's somebody else.
Yeah, that's why I was
I'm
laughing.
saying the issue is
Okay.
that it could be from a viewpoint. So
it does depend
Hey
on
baby,
perspective.
thank you for joining us.
that's perspective,
okay.
yeah.
Do I have to just touch it with my left hand first and then I can phase through?
No.
Thanks for changing that narrative,
Okay.
bud.
Let me think of something else then.
Yeah, think of something else.
There's bound to be more of these fuckers inbound.
I don't.
Find a position.
I think it's got to be fair too
Get
with
your
the.
ass ready.
Hello.
It's got to be balanced with the power.
Right. So I think going like the 3 walls thing that kind of ruins the power. Like you want to be able
Yeah,
to.
that's why I don't want to do that one.
If you want to move on 1 second precognition instead,
Yeah, I think I'll do that one.
Okay.
So, I mean that's already kind of balanced on its own. It's like,
I got you, bro. You gotta take it.
balance here.
You gotta
What
take a
about-
dookie after.
what
You
about
got.
the wax-
no, that's fair. If you feel like the power already is balanced enough,
Yeah, the 1 second precognition, you already established like how it's already kind of balanced.
I got you, bro. Every time you go through 3 walls, you gotta take a dookie. So every time you go through. Every time you go through like 4 or 5, you really gotta hold it. You really gotta hold it. So you can go through as many walls as you want, but eventually you're gonna take a dump of yourself.
I mean, personally, I say the more you use the power, the more you feel
That
your stomach starts feeling queasy the longer
Right.
you use it.
Yeah, nausea,
We'll send
nausea.
word to
The more,
Henry
the
and make
more
sure
walls
these
you
people
go
make
through,
it
the
back
more
to the
nausea.
campus safely.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I
To the
can
point
dig
where
that.
it will have terrible.
You'll either
painful
throw
results,
up or
yeah.
you'll pass out or something.
Okay, I think I can dig that. It's just a upper. It's just like kind of like an upper wall.
I'm on my phone, but I don't see
To how
that,
many? To how many walls?
Oh,
Is it
wait, what's
thickness or is
happening?
it wall amount?
So like, let's say
Like
it's
I
like
can't.
say the
I
amount
can't
of
break
time,
into
but-
a bank vault
I
with
would
it.
like to say it's amount of time.
let's
but-
let's do like it's a percentage thing. So like for each, let's say you start at 0% at the beginning of the day,
Mhm.
and like you go through 1 wall. We could do what 5%. That adds 5%. 2.
Like the density of the wall.
Does the
density
thickness of the
control
wall matter?
So if he goes
No,
through
no, no.
lead
Like if
versus
you
No, just it
paper,
doesn't matter. Just each
Just-
wall you get is 2%.
yeah.
Okay.
okay.
So and the higher it goes, the more nauseated you get.
And then
Okay.
when it reaches 100, you're either gonna pass out or you're gonna just throw up. It's
Gotcha.
just 50-50
Throw
at
up,
that point.
crap, one of the two.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Both.
I'm sorry, Eric. I missed literally all of that, bro. Tell me one more time, dude.
So we're doing it based off like a percentage of how many like. So he starts at 0% for the day, and it resets at night. It resets at 12 p.m. or
Oh,
11:50.
that is funny. You gave him the Genshin aspect for his powers? He
Yeah.
got to refill his resin in order to get more powers? Are you serious?
No.
Kind of. but not really.
The,
So he
jo-
starts
the
at-
joke is your resin's reset at midnight, bro. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
You don't play
and
Genshin,
then
do you?
the more walls he goes throughout the day. the more
Right. So
nauseous.
he can't go through the final dungeon. He got to reset that resin. I got you. He got to make sure
I
if he
got a
want to rob a
question.
blank, he can't blow his resin all in one spot. Or he's stuck.
That part.
Okay.
So after I throw up, does it? What happens then? I just can't.
You
do it
still feel
anymore?
pretty. So let's
You
say.
still like, you throw up, but at the same time you're still like nauseated.
Yeah, the level of
Okay.
So let's
nausea
just
doesn't
say
leave.
that when you get nauseous, it goes like drops to 95% after you throw up, but you still feel really sick.
Yeah, you still feel pretty.
You have to throw up 20
Alright.
more times before you feel
Then you
better.
have to, like,
Doing that, yeah. Well, now normal throw ups. I'm gonna say normal throw ups aren't gonna make it go down. You actually
You have
force
to phase
yourself
throw up.
beyond the test.
Oh
And
my
the
god.
problem is that after a certain
Whoa.
point, I'm gonna say you throw up blood.
Oh
'cause there's nothing
no.
left in your
Oh,
stomach,
yeah, you can only throw up so many times before you can't anymore. You know.
and then you're like throwing up blood. So.
This sounds like too much of a weakness now.
that'll
We gotta
work.
balance this back out.
That sounds like some edgelord stuff right there, man. That sounds like
the
some.
Morse code
No,
track.
you don't throw up
Praying the
blood. You
Guardian
just
never
can't
bears a
use,
grudge
like,
against
your
others.
power is dull, so it's
Well,
gonna
that means
take
that
you
you have to
longer
just eat
period of time to
something
go
and
through
then-
walls and stuff. Like your
Doesn't just
powers
start
basically
over, yeah.
slow
I
you
think
down.
that
I
that
don't
makes
know.
sense. That makes sense. Like,
I kind of like the edge lords of blood throw up
No,
thing.
I
oh
like the
my
blood
gosh.
thing.
Oh
That
my
makes sense.
gosh.
Like,
I kind of
When
want
you
to.
die,
Hey, oh well, it's y'all choosing.
Invasion
It's
imminent.
all right.
That's
It
his
was
thing.
Eric's turn.
I
It
mean,
was Eric's
it,
turn, so it is
if
what
you
it
want
is.
to keep going
Augmentation
through walls, you
activated.
can
it,
keep growing up.
it look it looks pretty cool, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, it looks
That's
pretty
the
cool.
thing.
Okay.
So,
I could
So-
totally see an anime based off of that, like an anime scene
Agent,
where the
since you're
character
near
is
Navy
forced to
Hill,
keep going through
perhaps
walls
you'd like to
because
solve
they
that
die,
riddle.
they don't.
A framed
So-
guardian never
Like I'm running
bears a
from the
grudge
dude with the
against
sun
others,
tower.
only is turning his back
Hello.
I just gotta last 10 more minutes.
Yeah, totally.
yo, the healing kicks in.
Codsworth. Codsworth. Last,
And the
last
Transmitting from
one.
somewhere inside the
Wait a minute.
observatory.
Change the color of anything to another color. Doesn't seem to have any limitations or anything, but what's the side effects?
Ooh, you can put the dookie on that one.
Could we put a limitation instead of
It's limitation.
power?
That
Like, he
basically is a
doesn't understand.
limitation.
He
But
doesn't
yeah,
know the power.
Codsworth.
Like he doesn't know the color. Like it's just random color.
Oh,
You're letting Codsworth do this though.
When he changes the color, like this thing,
Or something about him just changes color randomly,
it could be any color of the rainbow.
and it could be any part of him,
That's
or
hilarious.
like
so it's a skin
or
color?
just skin.
Alright,
Just like his eye color, his hair color could change.
just the skin.
Randomly.
Alright, I can dig it. I can dig it. I'll be running around here with like blue skin like you're right. You're right. I'm gonna be a like Mystique or like what are those dudes from
Randomly changes
Star Trek?
his own color. But are you saying just
Running
skin
around
or like
here.
anything just randomly changes his color?
Well, there's a supply drop. Y'all know that, right?
I did
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
but we're in a mission. Can you grab it for us?
And it's a random color.
Just
Running around
any-
like Thanos.
It shouldn't take us longer than 3 minutes for this mission.
It could be blue,
Okay.
it could be pink. If you change
Just
that
randomly changes. Okay,
the-
yeah. Basically any color of the rainbow. Got it.
Yep.
All right. So, Codsworth.
I'm gonna say again teleportation and probably flight.
So flying, teleportation.
Flying, teleportation. Yeah,
Let me ask you
Fly,
this:
you just float
just float.
Is it
like a helicopter. Okay, gotcha.
anywhere or is it anywhere you can see? I mean, not you can see, anywhere you
So
can.
for
you can go
teleportation, I actually thought about
A
this for a long
framed
time.
guardian.
So I was thinking
Huh.
with like the teleportation thing, the weakness would be like something like I don't know, like the longer the distance, like I'd have to take a rest afterwards, or something. But for like the actual ability itself, somewhere that I've seen, somewhere that I could see, or places that I've been.
Okay.
So let's say I've been to like a store or something, I could teleport back to that store. But like the store next to it, if I haven't gone inside it or something, I can't teleport.
Gotcha. I was just asking for clarification on how it works.
And then like places that I can see, like it could literally just be any place that I've seen. Like I could look at the surface of the moon and teleport up there or something, or like I could see
Probably
everything.
kill you, but yeah.
Yeah. It'd kill me, of course, but and then
As long as it's within your view of your eye or you've been there before.
yes.
So basically, my shadow teleportation.
Yeah, but mine.
Except
doesn't-
you can do it from memory.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty
Okay.
And flying, basically, you can move like a helicopter or a hummingbird. Right?
Yes and no. Like it'd be like
You know,
Superman's flight,
Navy
you
Hill
know,
was the
basically.
OSS headquarters
So
during the
it's more
Second
like
World
a
War.
jet, or-
Intelligence was their
Um,
shtick. Secret
could get up
codes,
to jet
encrypted
speed,
messages.
But
You know, just like in the movies.
it's
Oh no, it is Superman.
I could also just,
Superman
like-
can basically go wherever
Yeah.
direction he
Yeah.
wants. Yeah, okay. It's basically
just flight.
normal.
it's just like
All right, and weird power or ability. I should just say weird ability.
Wait, what was the first one? I heard fly, but what was the first one?
Teleportation.
Oh,
So he's
teleportation
basically
and a
like
fly?
the transporter.
Okay.
weird power.
Apparently,
make people
President
stub their
Truman
toes.
dissolved the OSS in
Oh
1945.
man.
Really
A couple
hard.
of years later, helped to establish the
just-
CIA
Oh,
with
wow.
OSS assets and
Fucking
Oh,
personnel.
he's terrible.
There's a lot of interesting research in the White House.
Worst
I mean,
stuff.
like for what
It
is
happens-
there
it happens
just
when you're-
randomly? And it's
Yeah.
just when you're around, or when you use your abilities, or like
Um,
let's say
if
teleportation
I,
when you
if I
show up,
wanted to
someone
make
stubs
people
their toe.
stub their toe.
Oh, so basically, when you want people to stub their toe, they stub their toe.
Yeah. and like I could make a run.
Can you guys show
At
up
will,
so that
okay.
you can claim the
Take
stuff?
other toe at will. You can even choose which toe, huh?
We're almost done with this mission. It's a little
It's
mini
all-
mission. We're at the end of it.
I want to make somebody
Okay.
step in toe
I mean,
every
you can
day.
mark it. We're collecting the map
Okay.
right now. We're about to.
Well, all right. So
Actually, if you want to teleport us, you can. It's all good.
all right.
No,
So
I got like your stuff from here, so you guys.
who
Discrepancies.
would be next?
Seems like it needs
Who
further
next?
analysis.
Rush?
Anyway,
Guess it'd be
that's
you,
enough
Rush.
treasure hunting for now, Agent.
Oh, mana!
But I'm already a normal person.
Yes, all right. Found your way
You
out.
don't
Okay.
know.
I mean, you can still choose. That's serious trauma. Obviously, the first round was different.
Yeah,
Okay. So
his power is too.
Kaji hasn't gone yet. He's
I'm going last.
Mana hasn't gone.
going last after
gone. Yeah. So, Red.
Jordan
Mana
had
even
something for
still
me,
here.
so I have to honor that going last. It's obviously going to be funny. I want to see this
Yeah,
joke through.
I got some heat.
It's going to be that goo goo gaga.
So
Yes, sir.
Kaji hasn't gone. Amanda hasn't gone.
And you haven't gone. Unless you don't want
And
to
I
go.
haven't gone. Well, instead of actually doing something that I would choose, how about a character that I already made
Maybe
up
one of the
that has
hostiles has a key.
But I was thinking Mana would go next, but if Mana doesn't really feel like going, I would just go next.
I'm not even really paying that much attention.
Okay, so never mind, I'll go next. So weaknesses to teleportation, I'm gonna say that for the most part it already has weaknesses, but the weakness is that you can't just teleport willy-nilly. You do have a limitation to like how much you can handle at a time. So you don't just reset it at midnight.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck
But
against
if
his
you like
asshole.
teleport 50 times in an hour, you're gonna start to get vertigo.
I'm just coming back, bro. Don't sweat it.
Agent vital signs 0.
Oh, I was going
Basically, when you kind of get
It's
like
okay, I had to do something
disoriented
real
and you're
quick.
like, you
Cough,
can't
cough.
tell what's up, what's down, what's left, and what's right. You don't get your bearings.
My dad's had that before. All right,
And
all right. I know
it kind of causes you to not be able to stand and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like,
that'd
you
be
can
terrible.
use it. You
He's
can
still bringing me
basically
back. That's
use
funny.
it. It's just that if you start using it too
It's-
much, then
Go ahead, bro.
basically start losing your sense of placement.
Got it.
So you don't necessarily hurt yourself except for the fact that you're losing sense of where you are. So if you screw it up really bad, you pop out of a teleport and you like land face first or like into a wall or and you just be like, oh, ow.
Hey, hey, into
But initially, like I'm just saying, the farther you go and the more quickly you use it in quick rapid succession, the more you lose your sense of vertigo. But it doesn't really affect you. Like if you do it 5 times in a row, you're not really gonna lose your sense of direction heavily, so it doesn't really affect you that much. But if you start just hopping all over the place, it's kind of like if you spin for a couple seconds, you're not gonna actually lose. You're not gonna get dizzy. But if you spin for several minutes,
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you also said distance though. So what's the range? Like,
well, basically, we're gonna assume that you can only be on this planet specifically, but that's only because you can't breathe in outer space. That's the major issue. If you actually, like, for instance, if you were in a space age type of thing, you could actually jump from ship to ship as long as you can see through one of the windows.
You open that just for me to jump over. That's funny.
I'll get the map analyzed.
I'm just saying, if
Who
you
knows
actually
where it'll
start,
lead us.
like, for instance, it's like if you actually did
Cash
jump
over
to
here.
the moon, you would probably throw up from the massive, not just a change, you're basically not just changing your atmosphere and
Air pressure
the
on
gravity,
yeah,
you
yeah.
literally jump several miles.
Does he have to throw up? Because I feel like he's taking my weakness.
Well, still vertigo. Then still vertigo.
I mean, if let's say I have a strong stomach or something, like I don't have to throw up. It's just I think. Well, I
I'm
mean, this
just
is
saying,
the weak. I'm not the
the more you do it. I'm just saying, the more you abuse the ability, the worse it becomes, and the more often you do it, the worse it becomes. And
Alright.
Alright,
I'm just
is this
saying,
the
when you jump to
teleportation?
moon,
That's the
that has its own
teleportation.
weaknesses. That
Oh,
has
why
its
don't
own
you just make the teleportation? The more you use it, the less you realize where you're teleporting. So if you use
That's
it too
what
much,
we
you're gonna
just
randomly be
said.
teleported. Basically, yeah.
So let's see, flying.
I'm not sure how much you know about DC-62.
Don't give me an altitude limit, please.
Well, I
Please.
mean, you do have an altitude limit because
Let me-
sensibly, you can
Yeah.
only go so high before you can still breathe.
And you can only go so fast before you can breathe.
Well,
True.
Like, don't be like you can
Now,
only do
the
it like
exception,
if
the exception
But it
would
turned
be
highly
that if he had a
toxic when
suit
exposed to cold
on
temperatures.
that kept his
None of that
pressure,
just
he could,
deadlies the disease.
yeah,
If
still
there's
be
research
okay.
data on
But
DC-62 inside the
um,
USDA
Get
building,
everything, Shade?
we need to secure it.
He'd have
No,
to be
you
wearing
can't
a
get it.
spacesuit when he's
so
telling
let's
You wanna
us.
just
go to the
say
dark side?
that
Dark
I'm just
zone?
gonna give him a sensible human limitation. He can't go faster than his body can handle.
all right.
So if he's going fast, like he's basically going like rocket ship re-entering the Earth fast, he's gonna burn himself up.
Yeah, G-forces and all that, you know.
And then G-forces, yeah, he can literally shatter his own bones if he goes too fast. But with those, basically, if he jumped off a plane though, he could literally just land on the ground however he wanted.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you can't really pass your normal human limits as far as that. Yeah, if you were in a jet plane, you wouldn't be able to withstand the gravity.
that's
if you're
nerfing
going
him
at
too
way
much.
many Gs.
That's nerfing him too much.
That's
Well,
not
he-
really nerfing because I mean, like, I can't. If I break the sound barrier as a human, like just a person, just flesh, nothing on
No,
me.
no,
just-
but you're getting the power of flight, so like I feel like that's nerfing you too much. Like it should just be like you can't
Well,
you can't do
like,
a G
not really,
basically
I
like a
just said,
dive.
though,
Just say
if
you
he
can't
is
dive.
wearing a
like,
suit or something like that that keeps his pressure, or he wears goggles, he's not going to have these necessarily the same limitations.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
equipment. It's
You're
offset
saying
by
I can't
equipment.
break the sound barrier, go like 600 miles an hour and stuff.
Well, I mean, like, if you had something to protect yourself from the effects of actually having that much air in your face.
Well, true.
So I'm just saying, if you actually had, like, for instance, a metal umbrella or something that prevented that wind from going straight into your face.
Or an Iron Man suit, something like that.
Or an Iron Man suit, something like that.
Hey, let's go
Basically,
to
just
the
something
dark
that can
zone.
prevent you from having to suffer the side effects, something like a windshield, basically.
Let me ask you how exactly you fly. Is it like you're able to just move your own body, kind of like
Yeah,
just
it's
telekinesis,
just like
but on
Well,
yourself?
basically like Dragon Ball Z, I'm sure.
yeah, like Dragon Ball. You just
Okay,
go up.
you just energy.
Shout out to
Energy
Logan for the
wherever you
biddies.
want,
Put
so.
your energy at your feet and you can fly.
Well, I wouldn't say it's like that. It's
Can't
just
believe I
go
just
up
sat
and
on my
down.
damn glasses.
I really don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
Like you know how Superman flies. I mean,
Yeah. I suspect
I'm just
that
gonna
is
say that within the limitations I just said, though.
You are
that's
funny.
fair.
that I'm gonna say that's just self
You are
telekinesis.
funny. Eric, are you watching the
I
stream?
mean, in a way,
You can
yeah,
just control,
in a way.
control how
What
far
are we
you can
doing
fly.
right now?
I'm gonna say that's mostly
Jay.
balanced enough.
Are we gonna go to the dark zone or what are we doing?
Really
We're
go
trying to-
further in fries.
He's trying to beat the story.
Oh, I already
He's
beat
about
the
to-
story.
oh,
I got the strongholds left, but
yeah,
I'm
he's
just,
trying to beat the strong.
no, I'm knocking out all my side missions first, and then I'll do the strongholds.
I'm trying to let Logan know that.
Oh, okay, my fault.
What about the toe stubbing?
Great to have a stick right now.
Alright, so I'm gonna just bounce then, because there's not.
yeah. What about the toe stubbing thing?
Let's see. So he can make people stub their toe at will.
But he also feels their pain.
Nice view out here.
I mean, like, I was
Nah,
trying to
that's
come
too-
up with
that's
some
too-
idea of that kind of made sense. Like, if he did it,
That'd be it.
can't,
They-
like, for instance,
would they know he did
what
it?
they do it on, so they can actually stub their toe on him. Or they could knock. Oh, yeah. Basically, whatever they stub their toe on somehow hurts him later.
Oh,
Oh, karma.
I could dig it.
That's
Dig it.
funny.
I could dig it.
So, like, for instance, or no, he ends up stubbing his toe there. If he ever ends up going there, he ends up stubbing his toe.
I like that. I think that's
Later.
valid.
Assuming he ever
You
goes
need to
back
recover
there,
any
he ends
research
up
related to
stubbing his toe in the same
DC-62
place.
from inside the USDA
But
building.
because of that, he's built a
Don't want
pain
that data
tolerance
ending
for
up in the
himself,
wrong hands.
and now he doesn't even care. Like he'll punch someone in the face and get punched later, but it doesn't even matter anymore because he's
I got a
tough
question.
now.
I got a question with how our powers would interact. If he was to do that to me, and I was to go to stub my toe, would my spider sense activate? And then I just face.
Well,
It will activate 3 years when he actually feels it.
that depends. I mean, because honestly, what does your precognition sense? Is it about to get just about to die, or does it protect you from any kind of danger? Even the minor stuff.
I would say even the minor stuff.
So
There's a lot
well,
of stuff.
okay. So the problem is that you would sense it happening, but
that doesn't really stop you from stubbing your
It
toe.
won't stop you from stubbing your toe necessarily.
Okay. Well, that seems balanced. Then. That works.
Like,
I mean, I have another thing about that though.
You know,
like
so-
you say all the minor stuff. That there's a lot of things that like hurt you, but it's very minor. Like
It's-
even
what-
something
what-
that's working.
So let's say
The-
that in
Be careful,
here's the
Agent.
January
thing.
This
state,
place
the
is
fire
filled with
sense
he could
hazardous
actually avoid
chemicals.
stubbing his toe, but then he would trip instead because he was just thrown off balance. 'Cause
In
he's
the-
like, he basically like, oh man, I'm gonna stub. He's like, oh goodness, something bad's about to
Object of
happen, but
interest
then
detected.
he still has a forward movement or something. Like that.
Yeah.
It's basically what the ability
Electronic
actually
device
is, but
detected.
it always seems to go towards the toe.
Yeah. Here's the
Basically,
thing
like
with
falls
the spider
over
sense,
or something, and like
The
either head
intent-
plants to the wall or something like
the
that.
intensity of the
Basically,
pain is the intensity of the spider sense. So if it's just something minor, I may ignore it, even though I feel it a little bit. Like
mm,
it might go off and say, "Oh, something's gonna happen," but it's gonna be really small. And I'll say, "Ah, okay, I can just take this. I could take that," but not knowing if it's, I don't know. How would that work with poison?
No,
though?
that makes perfect sense. That makes
that's
perfect sense.
instinct, though. That's basically your instinct. You're like, okay, do I really wanna? I almost feel like it'd be it depends. Could you stop yourself from stubbing your toe in 1 second? With 1 second said notice.
Yeah, he could.
Well, that's a lot of time. A second before you stub your toe is a good.
That's a whole right.
I'm just
Like,
saying,
move.
let's say you're running. Let's say you're
62
running
detected.
and you can't stop yourself. Like stop running in a second.
Yeah.
No, you
And
can't.
if I
So
don't
But you
know-
can.
stub your toe.
But you can
Let's
run
say
a
if
different
I-
way.
If I
But
don't
if you're
know that it's
walking and you think you're about to stop and you're about to hurt yourself, you're like, oh, well, that made you stop walking, right?
fair, depends on how fast I'm walking.
Like,
for
because it
one.
would be like, it'd be kind of like the moment where, like, all of a sudden, you 1 second before it happens, you stop yourself to be like, what's happening? And then you don't, it goes away, and you're like, oh,
And
okay.
two, it depends on the severity of the toe pain.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Where
say,
am I
like,
going?
if you can stop yourself from moving in time, and it's instinctual, so like all of a sudden you sense it coming, and you're like, huh? And you just stop walking to find out what it is.
Yeah.
Then I guess, yeah, you would actually avoid stubbing
Access
your
panel
toe.
detected.
I'd say for you with the interaction between the powers, I'd say like if you did stop in time, you just don't stub your toe.
Yeah, but if you're like running at full speed, and all of a sudden you're like, what the? And you fall over and stub your toe on something.
Toxic fumed.
Fair enough.
It
Fair
all
enough.
depends.
Entering
Really
contaminated
depends if you
area.
stop yourself within a second. So okay, let's
What's
see.
your powers? Yeah. Get to the good stuff.
Right. Finally,
But
yeah.
I mean, like honestly, the worst, the most, the thing, the one weakness, even with that weakness that I gave him, where he basically will end up stubbing his toe in the same place. What if he wears steel toe boots?
The preliminary test results.
Then he really wouldn't.
I
stub
mean,
his toe.
Scientists tried using
He
new
would still bash his
sterilization
foot
agents
against
to
the
lower
thing,
the
but that wouldn't
toxicity.
necessarily.
But then that leads to that character. Like these could all be original characters. We can make a comic book about this because his character would be the guy who always has to wear steel
I'm just gonna
steel
say
toe boots. I cannot say
Here's
it.
the thing, though. What if the person that he's trying to get their toe stub is wearing steel toe boots as well?
He probably wouldn't aim for that person. He would probably aim for.
Depends on how loose those boots are. But
Oh my
They
gosh.
stub their toe,
So-
but they don't feel it because the boots. I mean,
I
it's
changed
still
my
have-
mind on his
doesn't-
on his retribution though. I'm gonna say he's likely to hurt himself in a place where that bad karma is.
Okay.
So
And it kind of goes.
so it could never happen, but he's basically, especially if he makes like several people stub their toe in the same place, he's almost certain to get for something
And-
bad to happen to him.
Leaving
Here's another thing.
contaminated
His
area.
theme seems to be
These compositional readings.
his powers. The
Contaminated
weaknesses from his
area.
powers are offset by the equipment that he is able to use.
Yeah.
So that could kind of go along with his theme. Steel toe boots could kind of be part of his character.
Exiting contaminated area.
But
Entering
he's-
contaminated area.
Yeah.
Is the
Okay.
evidence not
So
supposed
let's
to
see.
be in
Let's
the
see.
All right. What's yours? What you got?
Sure.
Well, give me a second.
Okay.
From a place where he force
Hey, I copy pasted Wikipedia and got a 9.
So after this, are we gonna do like a tournament art?
Whatever. I'm down for this.
Like who wins?
Extreme
So,
art.
Yeah,
you know what?
Well, Shade wins
Like I
already.
said, I'm gonna base this on a character that I made. However,
Shade's
he
OP
does
as
have
hell.
limitations. I'm just not gonna say what those limitations are. That way, Kaji, or Mana, who's following after me, gets to give their own limitations. I already have limitations I decided for him based on that. But
Now let's get through this whole round first, and then we'll
Leaving
start up
contaminated
another round
area.
with some extra rules. Let's keep what we got going,
so
because there's only two more
Leaving
people left.
contaminated area.
Bro, where the heck is?
Thank you, baby. Give me a
Or we
mwah.
can do epic rap battles after this. Who would
yeah,
win-
I'm not
who
taking
would
part
win
in
an
the
epic rap battle?
because I don't do rap
Give me
rap
two
battles. I'm not
mwahs.
good at
Oh,
that.
never mind, you bitch.
I have to make things rhyme, and I have
No,
to pick.
no. I don't mean literal epic rap battle. I mean tournament art type thing, where we see whose powers interact with whose. Because I really like that conversation.
Alright, I can get down with that.
He
We'd
wants to
have
take
keep
it to original character
So
concept.
anyway, I'm just going to
Server
I'm gonna
detected.
think this through a little
Download
bit.
the research archives. I'll extract the data from Isaac.
You
Yeah,
listen to us, man.
I know
I think you
first
spent more than
Powers
enough
off of how
time
the
down here,
tournament will
Agent.
go, though.
We've got what we
Just
need.
try not to like.
Yeah. They gotta
Come-
be.
Wait, I
They
still
gotta
gotta
be
get
separate now.
KJ. And Mana's us. Well, actually, well, KJ
Yeah.
has to go. If Mana's not gonna go.
I mean, is Mana
Well,
not going?
I was about to just give my
Oh,
abilities that
hey,
help
my
my
bad.
character.
Go ahead,
You did
bro.
good,
My bad.
Agent. There's
Go
a
ahead,
ton of data
So
here.
I already
Should
have
keep us busy
one
for a
idea
while.
out. So
Exiting
basically, this
contaminated
person,
area.
through a lot of pain and suffering, they were an experiment. So what ends up happening is that they basically become something like the ultimate life form, because that was the intent, to make something extremely powerful and long-lived.
Oh, Shadow the Influence.
So, this person basically can control their own cells, and by that, technically, by
Oh, I got
contact, they actually have to come in contact with other people, can also manipulate other people's cells, using cells they
Serious trauma detected.
Yeah, control. I have
Agent
your-
incapacitated.
basically, this
Sound
lets
like a
them do
parasite.
things
Ah,
like
yeah,
manipulate
yeah.
people's minds, but they have to, they can only, he doesn't like doing that.
Hmm.
But his basic ability is that he can basically use people because he can see what they see when he's within himself. He can also multiply himself multiple times over, and he can heal at an incredible rate. His limitation that I came up with was that basically, when he basically makes more of himself, he has to have the biological mass to do it. So he has to eat something, he has to eat enough mass and then turn it into biological matter in order to make another one of him. He can't just be like, hey, I'm back.
So he's got to not poop for a year.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is that
Yes.
he can't be like Wolverine or Deadpool, who like literally one cell left, they can recreate their whole body. No, he actually has to spend muscle mass and things like that to regain parts of the body that he's lost.
Right, so yeah, he has to absorb mass more to like, I wouldn't say absorb, but like he has to like eat cell or
Alright.
something. in
He
order
has
to-
to, yeah, he basically has to replace the mass he's lost.
The way that your cells work, does that mean, I'm just asking this for clarification on how it works. With the way your cells work, you say you put your cells in other people, could you do the opposite and put other people's cells into you just by touching them without having to eat?
Basically, well, yeah, if you wanted to steal somebody else's cells, he could do that too, but he also frowns upon that as well.
Could you do that with animal cells?
Yes. Now, the whole
Sorry,
thing
guys,
is that he
what's that
does
idea?
actually have to get to,
Sir.
with animals, if they have fur, he does kind of have to get down to the flesh part.
Okay.
29.
So basically, he can basically ravage somebody that way and basically just eat them alive, but like I said, he doesn't like to do that either.
That sounds like a nice weakness.
3
The
left.
thing that the animal
True
thing
sons
sounds
obtained
like a
a water
good
source
weakness.
connected to a museum on the
But
National Mall. We
basically,
need you to secure the location and switch
Like you
on
could
the
go that
pumps.
direction with it.
and like I said, he can make multiple copies of himself, but like I said, he can't really, and it also hurts. When he
realize I have
forces
to
himself to grow or to duplicate
Join the
himself,
party, right?
or basically the more intensely he changes his body, the more intensely it hurts. Now
Okay,
he's
so-
developed resistance to it over time, but it still hurts, and the more he does it, like he can't lose focus. If he loses focus,
Okay,
his
so we
ability
understand
stops
that power.
until
What is
he
the second
basically
power?
stops where it is until he regains focus again. So he can't just like he basically has to the more intensely he focuses, the better, the more efficient his ability becomes. But of course, in doing that, he is losing out what's happening outside of his body.
So what's that power called?
I'm just calling it biological, basically personal biological control. And then, like, he can, in a way, control it. This guy was really overpowered, honestly,
I
but
think
he has his own limits.
I think a good name for it would be cellular manipulation.
Cellular manipulation. Yeah, kind of into that too. Cellular.
Because you have all the powers that cells do: mitosis, endomicrosis.
And then basically he has almost a form of telepathy because of the cells.
Priority
that he
item
puts in other people.
detected.
But
Right.
it's more like a network, so he does have a limitation about how far he can actually sense other people. It
Kinda
becomes
like,
kinda
putting-
a cell phone network.
Yeah, you can affect their synapse.
Friendly control point detected.
But like I said, he doesn't really like to use any of those overpowered abilities because
Well,
he doesn't really want to affect people's way of life.
what he likes to do is one thing, but what he can do is the power itself. So what we're talking about is the power itself, right? Is that
It's like the power of God and anime.
we're talking about the power itself right now. I guess we can get into the personality
Cellular
later.
manipulation. Okay, so
That is a pretty cool character.
dang, this is actually kind of difficult because I
You
really
didn't have
haven't
to think
developed too many other characters with any other.
Can he stop short of 2 powers?
I mean, he
Can
doesn't.
have one?
No, I mean that's the powers that he actually has. I mean, that's basically his
Or-
limitations right there.
What do the rest of you guys think? I mean, that's one power, cellular manipulation. Do
Yeah,
you,
that's one power.
do you guys want to let him have
I'm
just
just
one?
gonna say that it's so overpowered that he only gets that.
Okay,
All right,
I'm cool with
And
that.
then
we'll allow it.
weird ability.
Yeah.
He doesn't have. I didn't really set him up with this, but let me just throw in a weird ability that's kind of a side effect or something like that. Let me think. This is just gotta think of something relatively random.
He has no gender now. He's a ditto.
Well, I mean, technically that's he. Well, I mean, technically he has a gender. He can just change it at will.
Fair.
But that's kind of not the point.
Fair.
You want to join in,
There's
baby?
a water source connected to a museum on the National Mall.
Okay, so I'm still trying to think how this would even would be a random ability.
Oh shit, I haven't been on finish.
Is it something he's doing by accident? Or is it on purpose and just wacky that way?
Like I accidentally fired a Kamehameha in my eyes. That kind of accident.
Uh-huh.
I spotted a fountain on the roof. Looks bone dry.
Like you
Guess the
randomly
two sons
flash
haven't figured out how to switch
bioelectric
it on yet.
energy every 10 minutes. Blinding. and it's every 10
I
minutes
got
all
it.
the
I got
time.
it. Every
Hold
time
up, on it. We're all have.
He's the one who thinks about
There's
it.
a
Yes,
maintenance room up
think
ahead.
about it real quick.
Maybe that's where the
Yeah.
water pump will be.
That's fine. I was just gonna meme on that. Never mind.
No, it's good. You'll have your shot too. We're doing like an order to it.
You can go in front of me, Amna. I'm going last.
Oh. Well, I mean, he did have this ability, but it really isn't random.
It's okay.
It isn't so random. It
Tweak it.
actually is.
Yeah, tweak it.
It's not random. It's actually very.
Okay. It just has to be wacky, right?
Well, basically, his ability is that this other ability is just something he developed over time from living so long. So basically, the first shot out of a gun, you can predict exactly where it goes and dodges it. But after that, any other shot that made a quick rapid section, he has no idea where it's going to go. So if it's like a machine gun or whatever, he knows where the first bullet's going to go, but every other bullet is just going to start going in a direction he cannot predict.
I mean, and that's also kind of wacky though. 'Cause I mean, it only pertains to a certain situation.
And the general idea is simply that because he can focus on the gun, he knows when the person pulls the trigger, basically when the bullet's going to come out of the gun. But because he has to focus so much on where the first bullet's going to go, he doesn't have time to actually think about, okay, where's the next bullet?
The pump
I
must
feel
draw
like you
water
could
up
wacky
from
that up a
underground.
bit.
You'll need to turn it on before you can activate the fountains.
Maybe.
And then, like, the other thing is that because this is just a major weakness, and that is that he can regrow any part of his body with the right amount of mass, but if he's hit in his brain, that could actually kill him, especially if, like, it's a sniper shot to the brain, it'll just implode his brain. He has to use his brain in order to make his actions.
Oh, there's a freaking order to it. Hold
Kind
up.
of like Accelerator, but he can't protect himself like Accelerator.
When you switched on the water pump, head up to the roof.
You don't even need to nerf your character at this point.
Can't Accelerator like squeeze air and make plasma or something?
Yeah, he can do just about anything. He's kind of bullshit.
There's some valves on the roof.
That like
Looks
matter
like they're connected
manipulation.
to the water source.
No, it's motion manipulation. Although if you move molecules in a certain way, they'll alter.
Fair. So the gun thing, what if it's toy gun?
But because that first ability is so insanely powerful, we'll just consider at least 2 different abilities.
Okay.
Because it probably has 1 or 2, or at least 2 aspects.
Who's next? I'm
Man.
Man.
An agent needs assistance.
No, man, I don't know.
Turn on those
Alright,
valves, agent. Get that water flowing.
Man, are you sure, bro?
Yeah, I'm certain.
Alright.
Mana don't give a fuck, man. Let mana be mana.
You're next in,
Alright,
bro.
Did we explain to Amna, though, what the rules were? Did he actually get in?
Yeah. So, basically,
Get out there,
our
Logan. I'll
objective,
kill you. By mistake.
our objective is
Logan,
to
no.
create 2 superpowers for ourselves. And with,
Hey,
and then, like,
I'm playing chatty.
like, weird perky one, which is the third one. What each person has to do is create a counter or negate or funny one.
They're right behind you, bro.
Abilities.
Basically, like a side effect or weakness
An agent
of
needs assistance.
ability as you use it.
Oh, she.
Serious trauma
I got hit
detected.
too.
Oh, well, my
Agent
thought,
down.
one of my favorite abilities was something from Fairy Tale. It was the Rusty Rose's magic. He can basically create anything he can imagine. Of course, it's only limited to what he can think, and it can function like it
Agent
should,
deceased.
but once he's done with it, it vanishes. He can't create
Turn on those
permanent
valves,
substance.
agent. Get that water
Okay.
flowing.
Like an alchemist from Full Metal.
No, because he wouldn't need matter for that.
Okay. Or okay, so it's like Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Except
yeah, pretty much. But
Yeah,
he could also he could create just about anything. It's not limited to constructs.
fair.
You could make that unique by making it.
Nah, it wouldn't be permanent.
Last time we got played.
Like he is the source of it, and if he dies, anything he is working on will vanish.
Don't put limits to yourself, Amna, because somebody will put weaknesses to it.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Y'all just spitball with that then.
Oh my goodness. How many times? I'm
Is
just
it-
gonna stop.
Yo, Shane, I need you ready to go.
Immediate medical
Part of the
assistance
mirror then.
Well, no, when did you come in during this
You
conversation?
can like get behind cover or something.
I was trying to figure out if you actually heard
They come out both sides.
On the other side.
abilities were. and what
I mean,
they
no,
were.
like walk.
I did not hear what
I was
anybody
on-
before the
I was
last
somebody
one
coming
was.
from behind and I was taking it.
I'm at call.
Cellular manipulation is the main ability the guy has. That's so powerful. He only has like basically 1 main ability. That's actually significant. What
Creation.
limitations did you want to put on that cellular manipulation?
Wait, am I putting limitations on myself or yours?
No, you're putting limitations on my character.
If a substance is too hot, no, I'm sorry. If a substance is too cold, he can't move the molecules.
No, he can only manipulate his own cells.
Oh, his own cells?
Yeah.
If he gets too cold, he cannot manipulate his own cells because they won't move.
And
What temperature? Define too cold.
Because you
The
can't
point of
nullify
freezing,
it.
he has to actually be freezing for it
I
to
can see a waterfall from
stop
up
him.
here.
And he has to
Right, we
actually
got
be
a new
frozen.
source
He's
of
not
clean
just
water. There should be enough for
the
everybody.
cells have to be actually frozen for it to not work.
Wait,
Okay.
So
Wait,
each
below-
individual cell, if it's
wait a
frozen,
minute,
cannot be
wait a
used.
minute. Wouldn't freezing somebody kill anybody?
Yeah, that would kill anybody though.
Yeah,
Yes
but
and
it's
no,
because
like,
these
if you're-
cells-
Cells. He's saying
Yes
that
and
individual
no.
cells, if they freeze, cannot be manipulated.
Okay. So there's certain cells that you freeze, they die.
Okay, so like,
Yes.
if
The
he gets
hyenas
too
have been
cold,
supplying the real police
he
stations.
dies.
If we
Like,
could gain
let's say
control
his
of
whole arm gets frostbite. Well, his arm can't be manipulated. He can't manipulate his arm cells anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, so he can regenerate, but he can't regenerate frozen stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that basically would also cause him to, he basically lost all that matter.
Are y'all
So,
kissing?
Got you.
then, like, his second ability, and this is basically supposed to be, like, relatively silly, but this is just a randomized one in some degree, is that basically you can dodge the first bullet of any gun. But just the first bullet. You can also just say it's balanced enough, but you can also add any random. This is supposed to be a silly ability. You can also add a random effect to it, like he sneezes when he does it, or he loses his balance when he does
hostiles
it.
guarding
or,
location nearby.
something that or like a bird poops on him every time he does it.
That'd be tough. That's supposed to be good luck.
Well, I mean, that's the good luck you'd have to take. But I'm just saying, like, basically, you can just make a punishment for it every time he wants, or just make it like counterbalanced or whatever.
Balanced it so, because I mean, he can predict the first shot, so everything else afterwards.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a decision.
Alright.
Kill him and take all that.
I don't know what you got. Was it your temporary creation
An
ability?
agent has disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Can create anything, and technically, he can keep it there as long as he needs to, but he has to be focusing on it.
So you could create it out of nothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Got you.
Like, he could create it from like, he could, like, what he imagines can be brought into life. It's not just inanimate objects or constructs, it could be actual monsters. Like, fuck, if he's trapped in a room and about to suffocate, he could create a tree.
Does he have to know the inner working?
No.
Okay.
It's imagination. It's whatever he believes it to work, actually. So if he doesn't understand something and tries to create it, it might do something it's not supposed to.
So, Omna, the
Yes.
one weakness of being able to dodge the first bullet of any gun, or rather the side effect or whatever.
As my character, or somebody else's?
My special ability is my character. What's the
Oh.
side effect?
Huh. A random, the bullet will ricochet and hit something or someone else that's living.
That's good. That's a good one.
Hey,
Technically,
That's a really good one.
man, I would hate
So
to be
you're
in
basically you're basically allowing him.
but it would hit someone or something.
Someone.
Or hit
Now,
Ooh.
to be fair, this can play to his advantage. If he's trapped in a room with a gunman and the guy shoots at him, the guy's gonna die because the bullet has to hit something else.
Exactly.
But what
Would
if
have to
what if
go-
what
oh,
if he's with his family and somebody shoots his gun?
Oh yeah, that's gonna end tragically for him, yes.
Man,
Say that, like, let's
Hey,
just say
listen.
that there's
Hey.
a robot in the room and it shoots at him.
If the robot's sentient enough to shoot, it has to hit him. If not, the bullet's gonna have to somehow escape the room and hit something else with
I like that.
Basically, on sentience.
Wild.
Bullet sentience.
Not bullet sentience, insane probability.
No, what I'm saying is that, like, I'm just saying, no, the robot was sentient.
Yes.
Okay.
If it was
Based on
self-aware.
sentience, so basically, any other sentient being in the room,
Well,
robot, alien, or human.
Question.
Any sentient or living thing, I do have to animal kingdom. Anything in the
It's no
animal
thing,
kingdom
you have to
or
get a
any
bullet through his
inorganic
head.
or sentient. Let's do it that way.
Question. Question. If he's in a room with me and the bullet fires, am I gonna get the spider sense before the guy fires the gun?
Well, that comes in
No,
the
no,
point.
that's gonna be in the party.
Yeah,
You can't do that right
Yeah,
now.
yes, but
We're not
hold
gonna
on.
do it.
Like, to put this quirk into context, say you're in a room and you see a cockroach and you're the only one around. Like, oh fuck, I gotta kill a cockroach. You try to shoot yourself, it misses and hits the roach.
That would literally be
Yeah, but like you guys also have to think about it. If like things with magic, like and he dodges.
Well, he
the
only
bullet,
dodges the
and-
first bullet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this
But like
is
I'm saying, like the first bullet is gonna literally kill someone. Like say he's at the back with his
well, I mean,
daughter.
not shooting. More than likely, somebody's gonna die either way.
Only if the bullet
but
was
he
aimed
has-
at him to start with, because otherwise his power's not working on it.
Yeah, but I'm also saying like if there's a mass shooting, then he has a family member with him. There's a higher chance his family member is gonna get fucked up.
Well, only if one of the bullets would have initially hit him anyway.
Is
Yeah.
is it the first bullet fired out the gun or the first bullet that fired at him?
First bullet fired at him from a single source in a single instance. Like,
Yeah.
if I come back Tuesday in a completely different encounter and try to shoot him, it'll work again.
And like I was saying,
Okay,
the
so-
ability is limited to focus. So if someone in the same room aims the gun and fires at him, and he sees the gun, 'cause he doesn't actually have to look at the gun for that to happen. He has to like he basically has to focus on it and figure out where the bullet's gonna go. So, like I said, if all of a sudden you get bullets firing at you from a machine gun, for instance, only the first one is gonna actually have this effect, and then all the other bullets are just gonna go where they're gonna go. And if he's not protecting himself, they're probably gonna hit him.
Mhm.
And like for instance, it's like it could be the same gun, but the idea is that like he has to focus on it. So if he's like fighting a whole group of people with guns, then he can only focus on one gun. at a time.
Okay, so let's say I have something, I don't know, something that's like semi-automatic. When the bullet hits the ground, it's like his power reset, and he can refocus on a different bullet.
Well,
So
the thing is that like the first bullet is still going, so he has to wait for the first bullet to pass by. The problem is that by this time he's usually not trying to focus on the gun anymore. He's trying to take cover.
as protection.
all right,
An
that
agent
counts.
has left your group.
So like if he
So like
An
if
agent
somebody
has
is shooting at
reconnected.
him at the time.
it's like problem is if he starts pulling his head up and tries to see someone with tries to see the gun again, that person could just shoot him, and he hasn't had enough time to actually notice where the bullet's gonna go.
So you can't be
Does
surprised.
this happen with snipers as well?
And it, I
I
guess,
was just
I'm gonna
wondering
say
that.
it's also limited to he has to be able to see them pull the trigger. If he, so if
that
they're
makes
far enough away where he can't really see them, then yeah, the bullet can still hit him. It's not like a luck thing. He actually, it's all, he has to kind of see it happen.
So learned. Okay, that makes sense.
Awareness thing. So yeah. So like for instance, if you know, even if it's a semi-automatic gun, if once they're shooting the first bullet, he's already trying to get out of the way. So he's not gonna focus on the second bullet because he knows that the chances of dodging the second bullet are practically nil if he's not behind something. So like he has to actually, it's one of those things where it could be the same gun, but it has to be enough time. There has to be enough time for him to see the gun and prep himself and be like, okay, he's gonna shoot the bullet, and as he sees the person's face move, hit the trigger, he can dodge.
Alright.
So like for instance, if they're holding down the bullets and just firing, no.
It's more of a hyper, how do I say?
Basically, it's like an adrenaline rush.
Hypertension extreme.
All right.
So,
What about the next
no,
one?
this is
High
basically
threat,
what
enemy patrol
January's
detected.
asking because the issue becomes, okay, his abilities, he can phase out of things. So basically, let's say January tries to shoot me, just as a reference. He and
Will
I
the bullet just go through him?
in the same room. He can phase out the distance, but technically 1 second before the bullet hits him. Actually, now that he's like 1 second
Here's the thing. It would probably
Serious trauma.
be before I fire the gun. So would I stop firing? Would I like? Oh, wait a minute.
But then it's also like, is it an instinctive reaction where have you got it to the point where
Well, is it intuition or is it precognition? Those are different things. You actually
It's-
see the future.
It's intuition.
precognition technically?
Mm,
No, it'd be intuition. Because
Yeah,
He's
it's-
looking at the person, pulling the trigger and reacting. That's intuition.
yeah.
Well, I'm
wouldn't
saying
be
that the person
precognition would be him like
Seeing
I
an
know-
image of it happening a second before.
cognitive mathematical thing going basically on in his brain. It's more
Think so.
it's just
he think really fast.
think
Air slash. Air slash. I'm really feeling it.
so. I mean, like
Too
honestly,
fast.
yeah.
I'm thanking Shulk and it's not helping me with the scenario mana.
okay.
I guess the bullet would actually head. If he pulled
Spider-Man.
the trigger from far enough away, yeah, he would have to see the bullet. But the thing is, like, that's assuming there's only me and him in
Yeah.
the same room.
If
And
there's a
then, like,
roach in the room,
The roach would technically could get hit too. It's basically a randomized thing
Yeah.
where I guess it's like a 50-50. Since it's not going to hit my character, it would either be 50% January or the cockroach section. If it goes January, then it would be if he could actually be flexibly phased before the
and that, yeah, and that's it.
Yo, can we like this is way too advanced for me. Can we like step it up now?
Oh,
I'm really bored right now.
no, you have to
What?
second ability.
Oh my gosh, 3 times in a row? Four.
Second
I'm just gotta choose the second one.
and then a silly side effect or randomized smaller skill. That's kind of like, hey, I also can.
Wait, I'm confused too. I'm choosing a second ability for somebody?
well,
For you. For you.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Unless you just want to settle with one.
Mm,
Like if you become God,
I don't think it's that overpowered.
huh.
Because somebody's gonna give you a weakness, remember?
Yeah,
You wanna
he's got to
Yes.
Basically,
Immediate medical
another
assistance needed.
ability. The Superman
Anything.
shoot lasers from his eyes and fly. And he's nearly invincible.
any other ability.
Mm,
Like I suggest like becoming God.
what?
Almost
Yeah.
any person who would try to take godhood. He likes balanced ability.
I think.
And the nerf has to match the power.
Wait, am I thinking of a nerf or another power?
So
That's
you're thinking
what I
of
was-
power. You're thinking of power. I'm just letting you know.
Power and then like a random ability or skill or something like that that just you can do.
Ability, yeah.
Hmm.
The second one is like a serious power like that's around about the same strength or more, you know.
Now, see, if I came up with something secondary, it would not be anywhere near as neat as the first one.
That's okay.
No, but you just get an additional power. So what would it be?
It could be.
Just say
Walk in a straight line when you do that, Jordan, because I missed my shot. I just hit you in the back. Nothing doesn't. Oh, I got this.
Oh, I got one. He doesn't get burned.
Okay.
He's dead.
Well, actually, does that mean he also can't get acid burn too?
no, he said
Acid's
fire.
consuming. Okay, let me phrase this better. He is immune to temperature differentials. There we go. I guess that means he can't get frozen either, but he's still affected by acid and corrosive substances.
He's got thick skin from Pokemon.
All right.
Okay. And then I don't know if that was
Supply room
technically a
access
random
unlocked.
skill or
No, that's his secondary now.
Yeah, that's a secondary.
now.
Just call it installation.
Yeah.
Okay, now you come up with the silly power. So
facility
one of them
ability
has
is
a tub,
something that you
tub
technically
snow.
could possibly use it, but it's just kind of out of left field.
Right.
So, for example,
Okay,
one
guys,
person
let's
has
just let him use
color
it.
of
We're
anything.
explaining to him.
Another person, let's see, maybe people
Yeah.
stub their toe at will. Another person said he can make everyone have terrible diarrhea. Let's see.
Oh,
And
just
then
go with
another
whatever.
chose randomly causes people to get into arguments.
So like it's kind of supposed to be funny wacky, but it doesn't have to be.
Like you could make fireworks happen on Thursdays or something. You know, just something kind of like okay, not particularly necessarily useful, but
Go ahead,
maybe
man.
for circumstances.
I mean, Amna.
I'm sorry. What was this one like? Because I.
Okay, let me just explain it. Guys. So this power is basically just a power that is silly, just having fun with it. So I said I cause people to have random arguments, and so now if I look at somebody, I can make two people have an argument with each other, and another person said make people stub their toe at will. So you can just choose something annoying, something just it's just a nuisance, but it's not like majorly powerful, you know?
When he's around you, you start hating music.
Okay.
There you go.
That's an uncontrollable one. That's just what happens when you're around him. He is unaffected by this.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll go there.
Who's next? Kaji?
I do believe
Yep,
so.
Kaji.
Any form.
No,
of
didn't Kaji already go? Or no?
No.
Anything intended to be music.
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. That,
Okay.
that works. Because some
Now
people
Kaji will pick your weaknesses, and then he'll give us his powers.
What was your first two again?
This
Creating. Oh wait.
He can create imaginary things.
Oh, that's right. Like Green Lantern,
then
Very
but
true.
without limitations. What was the second one?
Now basically the first,
Insulation.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
CJ
can create
Frank.
anything he wants, limited by imagination, but he basically would have to exchange it for something else if you want to make something else. It's nothing.
Don't limit yourself.
No. I didn't say it was limited to one. I just said he had to focus on it. He could multi-craft, but he still has to be aware and conscious of everything.
He can't
Level
make
30!
nothing he makes is permanent.
Finally! I'm sorry. Alright.
Go ahead, bro.
Your power limitation is you can't create the same thing twice.
Ooh, that's really good.
That's does that really fit though?
Force
Yeah. Yeah,
he
his
has
first
to.
one?
He has to like get really creative and like he has to save his really good stuff for when he would need it, because he can't
Yeah.
use it again.
But if we look at it, he can't create the same thing
Well,
twice.
no, because what if it's something like, say I'm thinking of a
Oh
dragon. If I just,
Okay,
if I just,
let me put it like this.
hold
Let me-
on.
Well, it's actually
'Cause-
my saying, so let me go ahead and explain to you exactly how it is before you add input. So let's say he wanted to make a gun, right? So he can't make a 9mm and then make another 9mm, but he can make another gun,
Agent,
but he would
we've
never be
just
able to make
received a
another
distress call from New York.
9mm. So
There's
he
been
might
an
have
What if
to.
it
attack on
were-
the division, and
What
What if it were a different color and model,
Meet me on the
Yeah,
White
that's what
House
I was
South
thinking.
or
Lawn.
like something
There's
with
a
a unique
helicopter waiting for us.
design?
You know, I
We
didn't
need
think
now.
about that, but I was really
Change
thinking
paint
more so
job,
that it was just
design
banned.
a
He
little
couldn't make
bit.
the same thing again.
No. I like the same thing again because color and aesthetics, that's not the
What about the
mechanism.
shape? Like, what
Depends
if
on what it is.
like,
Yeah, because
It's the
A
he
9
can't make the
millimeter is
same
9
item again. It doesn't
millimeter
matter the
regardless.
color, the shape. He can't. If he makes a knife, he can't ever make another of that variant
Knife
of
that
knife.
looks exactly.
Exactly.
Well, what if he makes the exact same thing with a slightly different outward
No, it
design?
doesn't work. That's not how it works. So if he would have to go from like a chef knife to like a regular knife, like it would have to be like a different kind of knife.
It'd have to look completely different and
So-
function completely separately.
He can't
Oh,
create two of
oh,
the same make and model.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you. He can't make same. But that includes colors
yearly
too.
basis though.
Like
That includes
if he
colors
was-
and shape.
if he was to
Everything-
So
create-
if he made a really big knife, then he still can't make a really small one after. Like whatever he made is one time. It's limited
so
to
it's
one.
in categories.
What if it was
Exactly.
created with magical design? Because it was based on imagination.
No,
Like,
it's
say,
just-
what if I make a knife that's able to melt ice by touching it?
Then you can't
then
make
you
another
wouldn't be
knife that
right.
can
Then you
melt
right.
ice.
That you
Okay.
just took it. Then you would have to make a sword that melts ice. But I mean, you would have to get really creative because then you could make like you could take like make a piece of hair and do the same thing. It's all about your creativity. So you literally have to have limitless like imagination in order for your power to really
He'd
be
end up
fruitful.
looking, he'd end up like a cartoon character, just pulling
Exactly.
malice
Exactly.
out, but
That'd be a
Windows,
great cartoon.
tomatoes.
That'd be a great show. That'd be a
Uh-huh.
great show.
like he'd whack you with a tuna.
Right.
I can't create a sword, but I got this. Sword
Right.
kitchen.
Exactly. I like it. I like that. I like that. I like that.
That's dope.
That's
dope.
lit. That's lit. That's lit.
That's dope.
Okay. All right. What's his other weakness then, Kachi?
Well,
I thought it was
his-
supposed to be
his
one.
Ability is that he is immune to burning and freezing.
So
Okay.
it's a weakness per ability.
Yeah.
Okay.
They switched it up.
But
They
you can
wanted.
also
Okay.
just say that it's balanced enough as it is. So
So okay, what was the second one? My bad, bro. What was the
immune to
second one?
burns and freezes. So he can't burn to death. He
Oh,
can't freeze to death.
oh, but he still gets cold and it's still hot. So if he's in lava, like he won't burn, but he's in living agony as if he was burning. He
Yeah.
still feels
That's
the
tight.
pain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to get
That doesn't quite.
That negated the fuck out of me.
No, he
Yeah,
won't die.
bro.
He
Well,
won't die.
listen.
No, that's to save your life. But
Right.
to actually feel the pain of it, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would also negate the thing. Like the reason lava hurts is because it's burning you.
That's
But it
the
won't
purpose
burn
of
you,
the
though.
game is to-
It
is
would
that's the
limit
purpose
it
of
to
the game.
psychological damage.
Exactly.
So you still feel the pain, but you're not actually in pain. So
Yeah.
it's just like a psychological thing.
Yeah. It would
It's like
just
a
be the
fancy thing.
psychological damage.
It's a
You
fancy
At a
Yeah.
point in time, but at a point in time, you would become numb to it. At a point.
Exactly.
So
You would have to build up your physical resistance to it.
And
So-
it's
mental.
more of a mental thing. It's more
But that just defines your character, and that's what all this is actually leading to.
So Kaji, his last ability, or I should say more like his random out of left field side effect, people around him start hating any
Hey,
form of music.
That's funny.
So I guess as they're in his range, they start hate music more and more and more. Anything intended to be music.
do you think
He has the
I
same
got it.
thing.
I got the perfect weakness, but they like my music still.
Oh wow.
Alright.
They're like, yo, I hate music, but Kaji Blaze, bro, I love his bars. I can't.
Right. And then,
Right.
then the gimmick is we work together to help sell you all the records in the world.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I'm gonna get 60%
Yeah,
shares
basically,
for that
or
one.
does it start to have the reverse effect? Like Kaji's music is already at a certain degree, but when he's around, it starts sounding even better and better.
Because everything else just can't compete with it.
Drake? What's Drake? Yeah, you. That's funny.
Fuck that nigga Drake.
he brings Omna to every concert?
Right. I go, and everybody go ho, and I'm the only
Every
one that goes ho,
concert,
and
every
everybody's like
rap
ho.
battle.
That's funny.
Oh, man. Oh, shit.
That's
that'd be
funny.
fire.
Like he's gonna bring it on the Tonight Show with what's his name?
That's funny.
Now you see, I would be incentivized as hell to do that because anytime I would hum music, everybody would want me to stop because it would sound shitty. But if I'm just like humming KJ's music, it's all right.
Like, dude, keep it up.
Come on.
Right. Okay, Kaji, what's yours?
All right.
All
What's
right.
your powers?
So the first one is I want the Satsuno Hado, right? So
What is that?
for anyone who doesn't know, I'm going to go in detail, of course. I'm just telling you the proper name first. It is the Dark Hado. What that is what Akuma has. The reason why Akuma is strong is he is basically being Dark Ryu. That's basically the power of the Dark Hado, right?
Okay, let him
So,
finish. Let him
let
finish.
me-
Let him finish.
That means projectiles, right? Projectiles, super strength, and also the ability to phase through objects and walls. I don't know if you've ever played against Akuma, but he can go through any attack, anybody, and he has the ability to send your soul to hell.
Are you
Okay.
done?
Okay, so there's multiple abilities.
No, that's not. That is one. That is.
That
Go
is
look it up. It's
multiple
called the
abilities.
Dark Hado, bro. It's literally
Hold
what
on.
makes.
But
Hold on,
that's
hold on,
multiple
hold on.
abilities.
Yeah, that's
I'm
still
gonna-
multiple.
hold on.
Yeah,
Show
that
one
just-
ability.
Hold on. Resh chose cellular manipulation, and from that, other abilities are came to fruition. So I'm willing to let him have that, but his power overlaps a little bit with mine, doesn't it?
Yes,
No.
it does.
Like Resh's
Oh, he's right.
No, not Resh's, not Resh's.
No. Because you brought up Resh's to justify KJ, so I'm gonna explain why Resh's is justified. Resh's is like it's from cells. So it came from cells. So he was like he's able to control cells. So this is what happens with his cells. KJ is he can take souls. He can pass through walls. He can
Yeah, that's
shoot
what I was-
projectile. That's
He
multiple
literally- he just
abilities.
said
is
that.
it not?
Multiple different abilities. Like
Yeah.
if you can manipulate cells, that's cells. Like if I can fly, you can't say,
Wait.
oh, well, he can fly, so he can't be able to teleport. Like that's two different things.
Yeah.
Is it?
So like
Because
you
Kaji
basically
is saying
the
you're saying that
go
a
ahead.
lot of different
Actually,
abilities.
there is a way around that. Like something similar to KJ said, it was that he could use the Dark Hotto or whatever it was called.
Right.
But what if his ability was to mimic the abilities of characters
Oh
he's
no!
seen?
Even better, even better. What if
That's
my
exactly
ability
what he's
was the
talking
ability
about.
to have mana, so I could do spells? Like it would be multiple spells that I can do, but it's
Yeah,
still
but
under
oh
that's
the
yeah, that
category.
works. That
that
works.
works then.
How does that
Because you
work?
have
It's the
Dark
same
Hotto.
thing. It's the same thing.
No.
No, it's
'Cause
not
you
because
have a
yours
certain
is
amount of mana.
It's
teleporting.
not because you don't know about it, but it's literally there would be no Akuma if there wasn't the Dark Hado. That's
Yes,
literally
but
how.
we're making abilities. You're saying because I could say I want dark side's powers.
But
Dark
Jordan
side is
said he
what it,
wanted the Force. What do you mean?
The force is the force.
the force is one single
No, no,
ability.
no.
No,
Y'all guys
oh
can't make
heck
that
nah.
argument.
Are
The
you
Force
serious?
and the Dark Hotto are in the same thing. Like, if you say you can't have Dark Hotto, you can't have the Force.
Wait, how can he not have the force
Cause
then?
it's multiple powers,
Because
bro. What do you
yeah,
mean?
it's the
You have
same thing as
two.
the Dark
You
Hotto
have
by
I see.
that
Oh
logic.
wait, yeah,
you have
that
two
does
different
make sense.
sides in the Force, and on
That's
top of
true.
that, they have
Okay, then I
multiple
want to
powers, and the
redo
Dark
my.
Hado is
I
just
want to
one
redo
side.
my
It's like
skill
only
then.
having
What
the
type?
dark side of the Force.
Okay,
What
so
type of force though?
I wanna-
What type of force does that mean though? Are we implying like just moving stuff around type force,
Okay,
So,
or are we saying like
first,
everything,
let's
just to make
including like
sure,
force lightning,
I did
mind control,
specify
all of
where this comes from, right? So
okay,
that
so
should say the
let's stop it
Force.
right there and just say that Kaji can do that,
it? Listen here.
but Shade is
Listen
going to be
here.
the one to actually decide what the
You
weaknesses are.
are acting crazy. Okay? Oh, I'm still unmuted.
Thanks, son. All right. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
That all that comes from one power. Like you're,
Yes.
it's kind of like it's kind of like the force, right?
Yes.
From that one power, it lets you be able to do these two or three things.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have a system of checks and balances built in here, so we don't have to argue about this, right?
Right.
Exactly, because Shade is going to decide what the weaknesses are.
There we go.
Exactly.
Okay. So
All
shade.
It
right.
doesn't matter
So,
how strong I can make a character because he already had what he was going to set plan. So therefore, I
Yeah.
had to counteract whatever he's trying to say with something good.
So no matter how powerful you get,
Shade has already been planning on debuffing me. So
we got to
yes.
balance.
I have. I've had
Right.
in a whole hour.
It's. I mean, they missed that. That's the whole reason I was going last.
Yeah.
But I
okay,
guess you know.
So you
Anyway,
have
Yeah.
Akuma's power. You still have another power you can throw onto that, and then a random.
so the
thing.
second power is actually just an auto skill. Anything I see, I can copy, but not in the sense of like powers and stuff like that. Like if it works similar to how like my powers work, then I can copy it, but nothing
So
beyond my
basically, if it's
limitations.
martial arts or something along those lines.
Right, that's more so what it is. But like, let's say
So
okay,
anything you would be able to do, you instantly could master basically at sight, right?
exactly, exactly. I would just have to see
Okay.
it one time to master it.
Muscle. Yeah. The
So
muscle
let's just
memory
call it
thing.
Sharingan.
Basically, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Question though, that you said that that Akuma could phase through walls. Did we decide whether or not we could have the same power as somebody else?
Well,
Because that's kind
No,
of
we
like
can't. Yeah, we can't have the
here's the
same
thing,
that's
though.
power.
kind of
Here's the
that's
thing, though.
kind
It
of
doesn't. It
overlaps.
doesn't.
I
It
won't
Yes,
say
doesn't.
I
it's
can.
exact, but
It
it kind of
doesn't really
overlaps.
work though in the same essence because there's two types of phases that Akuma has, right? So he has the
Hmm.
one where he can phase through a like physical attacks, and then he has ones that he can't phase through energy. So yours is you can just phase in general. Mine is more so just a combat dodge, if you will. It's not like I
Well,
plan on like using that to like actually do anything except for
here's my
fight.
thing though. Technically, January can phase through
No,
electricity,
don't hide over here.
energy.
Leave. Go.
Eric, you're off of mute, going crazy. Go ahead. You were saying?
January, yeah, technically January can phase through electricity,
Well,
Right.
anything
which
really.
is energy, So
Right.
technically that does overlap with your type of phasing because you just said something physical and something related to energy.
No.
So
I'm
technically,
saying so.
He said he
If
can't do energy.
right, so I'll
you
take the
just said
one.
he just said he can.
No, I
No,
said
he
there's
said he
two
can't.
He changed
types.
it. He changed
There's
it. He
two
changed it.
He
types.
just
I
said he
said
could
there's.
do it through energy. Yeah.
He just said he could do it through
It's
energy.
like you're
I'm
hearing
saying
half
that
of what I'm saying.
January,
You heard half of what I
yeah,
said. There's two types of teleports. I said there's one that can phase through.
Teleports.
There's one that can phase through energy, and there's one that can't, and I'll take the one that can't because that's what was decided there.
But then that still overlaps with January's
There it is.
phasing.
Because he could use it to like dodge stuff as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Maybe pick
Well,
something
what if
else
he
that he
can
can
only
do?
phase as he's attacking?
Eh,
Well, I had
He
this plan
basically
from the
has to throw
beginning, so
himself forward to attack.
I guess I should have went first.
As
we
he's
got
phasing.
we got an interesting situation because this right here isn't really a it's too powerful thing. This is a overlapping thing. So,
Yeah.
Kaji, do you want to add something else instead of that, like a substitute?
I guess I
Well,
moved
he
so
can't
fast
sub-
that I didn't phase through it. I'm not actually phasing. I just move out the way.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
So
To a point where you take minimal damage.
No, to the point
It's
where
it's a dodge. It's a
like
dodge.
light
You
speed
dodge
dodge.
So no
extremely
overall dodge.
fast.
Okay.
Like light
Okay.
speed dodge. Like
I mean,
to
I
the
could
point
argue
where
and make the argument that it's kind of like my ability, but I'm not going to.
wait, what was your
Well, I
ability?
mean,
I thought you
no,
had the
that
teleport.
wouldn't
No,
be
no,
because
it
yours
doesn't.
is only one time. Yours is
It-
a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It
Kaji's
would be
different. He could do that every time if he wanted to.
Yeah,
I know,
he could
but
just
that's
he could just
technicality.
quickly just
But is that
evade and attack.
projectiles or just
It's-
fists?
I'm just saying
Everything.
That's technicalities.
That's
I don't
everything.
really
Dodge.
care.
So like
We
even
need
a
to keep
bullet.
Oh
moving,
yeah, you did
so-
say that. All right.
If
To a
he
point.
can,
No,
if
no,
he
no.
can see it
I'm not
coming,
complaining. I'm letting
Nah,
him have it.
it's okay. Oh.
is it if he can see it coming? Is that how it works?
Well, that was my guy's limitation. Yeah.
No, no,
Mm,
no. I
He
mean
had to see it
Kaji.
coming and predict it.
Yeah,
I guess-
Kaji, how does yours work?
How does yours work?
I don't know
I
because
hope
there
we're
was a
not taking the
variant.
fun out of it for you. I really
I
feel like
wish I hadn't
you're
said
trying to
anything.
suck
Can
it
we just let him
myself.
have it?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's all good. I'll just have to come
I'm
up
not
with something
offended.
else
Let's
later.
go.
No, we're letting him have it.
It's,
We're letting
Great,
him
we're
have it.
letting him have it. Okay, Kaji.
You've got the
so
you've got the mega dodge.
last. Basically, you almost got like
I don't know.
ultra instinct as long as you see it coming, I guess.
Nah, that's kind of dead for me now.
So anyway, last randomized or kind of.
I gotta
outburst skill.
I gotta come up with a whole different set now.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, just let him, bro. Just let him.
It's already happened.
We ruined it all.
No, bro, it's not ruining. It's
You
like
rained on
we
Kaji's
had to
parade.
come up with sets of rules, bro. Like
I mean, yeah, it has to fall within the rules. We're not trying to do this. It's just
I
it is what it is.
how it
didn't
cookie
say anything
crumbles
except
at this
for I
point.
just
We're
changed it.
not.
I don't know. What you
I
keep
feel
he-
kind
he
of bad,
dodges.
but at the same time, it's
dodges.
just how it works.
done.
Okay, so what else? What do you want, Kaji? What's your first power?
It's a very antique gun. An STG-44 in working condition. What?
I guess to be one with lightning. There we go.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Lightning speed.
Why don't you just pick weather manipulation? Nobody has picked that.
No.
because being one with lightning, like when you
That
say
means
that,
I'll
you
be
mean, you know, all
literally
this
lightning. So
steam.
if I wanted to get to one place and another, I could get there
Okay.
lightning
Hold on.
fast.
So we're starting this over again. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't think Sharingan's gonna be particularly useful if you
No,
go that way.
I literally
Mhm.
had to throw everything away. So lightning, but my second power,
So like Zeus, basically, or you
No.
can move like the Flash, or what?
no, literally turn into pure
Lightning itself.
electric energy.
Okay.
Like Black Lightning. You know, in the show, he
No.
can turn into lightning and
No.
just
Not
He
move somewhere
can't.
really,
else.
because he's basically
Turn
taking on
more like
lightning itself,
Electro.
right?
If you ever seen old Electro from
Oh yeah, Electro.
Spider-Man,
Electro, Live
but-
Wire, those kind of
right,
characters.
but like
Okay.
but like
So he can actually turn into
actually
lightning itself.
but actually
Freakazoid.
move faster.
I like I guess
Freakazoid's
like
on a whole
Freakazoid
nother
kinda
level.
like-
Freakazoid.
Let's see. Second power.
Freakazoid.
But you also have power like Zeus, where you can basically like zap people and still remain you, right?
Right. Yeah. So I can't.
But you can also turn into lightning if you want and hop from place to place, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He
pretty-
ate he ate Inaru's devil fruit basically.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, that is fucking
Except
powerful.
that except that doesn't necessarily have the weakness of the fruit.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a valid point.
That's a valid
No,
point.
wait. Would that be weak to rubber then? Because rubber. or
No,
does it
no,
still-
that was a gimmicky bullshit thing.
Okay.
Logically,
okay,
Luffy shouldn't have been able to hurt him. The writer just backed himself into a corner.
well, let me
No,
put it this
like
way.
rubber.
Shade gets to
Rubber
decide the
stops
weaknesses.
electricity. You know that, right?
Rubber is insulated and cannot be charged by electricity.
Oh no. Oh, I thought you were talking about the fact that
Yeah.
lightning was
But in
doesn't
the end,
All
she
right.
identified the weakness.
Yeah, thank you. And Katie, let Katie finish, please.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Power 2.
Let's see. Second power. Sorry, multitasking here. Body armor. I don't know. Everything's actually taken now that I think about it. You have actually almost everything taken. I guess I could do something else elemental, but that's kind of lame to be 2 elements.
You want to
Make
wait?
something up then.
No,
There's a bunch
I
of
would have
stuff
to
you can
scrap
do.
all. Not really.
I
Not like anything like.
Hold that thought. I'll be back in a few moments.
I mean, there are a
top
few.
You could transfer. You can transfer people's souls. You could do all that.
That sounds lame, actually. Like, I don't
That
want
was
to do
one of the
nobody's
main
cells.
powers you highlighted with.
No, it's you. Have you never played Street Fighter?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I see where the confusion's at. So when Akuma does his ultimate, he grabs you. He literally just brings your soul down to hell, and you get attacked by demons, and then he brings it back up. He doesn't steal your soul or anything. You don't die from it. It's just a move.
Why not do the video game character thing?
I already ran that. I don't wanna run it twice. Plus, it already had its own checks and balances set in it. Since
I
whoever I
mean,
turned to, that
You
was
could like, what if you had the powers of like a video game character?
that's
Like
We already did
We
choose
just
one.
said-
and got it down.
how do I put that? How do I put this? There's a comic book based on this.
honestly,
Like-
it's all right. You can pass.
Like no. I
It's
feel like
cool.
we've done the fun for you.
It's not a big deal.
We really have.
I'll just pass.
Like there's a how do I explain this? Like you have like a leveling system and all that. You got like the infinite inventory, and like you got, like,
What about
skill-
the infinite inventory?
like
That could be the randomized ability.
Is it
I feel
really
like
short?
whatever we
That's
come up
crazy.
at this point, he's gonna shoot down.
Oh yeah, I don't
And
care
he
anymore.
didn't come up
School.
with it himself, which is kind of what
Yeah.
the point was. Yeah.
So we might as well just move on, or
tournament.
or just quit with it.
We're not doing the tournament.
Oh,
I
don't
feel
let
like
me
I have-
start your fun. Y'all go crazy. I'm just over here shooting bad guys.
Guys, she sounds depressed.
Do I really?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Oh wow.
Just a
Extreme.
little bit.
Depressed AF, brother.
I do not sound depressed.
You
I think I
made me
sound
feel
exactly
bad
like
about like saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Got him
do,
down
man.
twice if you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if it was the rules, I mean, I think we could have made an exception for Kaji.
it's really not a big deal. Y'all are.
Okay, he can get Akuma, I guess.
It's,
Well, I don't know. How was the
I'm not
first
gonna
ability
go
working?
anywhere.
Is he like molding his body around the incoming thing?
he just goes.
No, it's dodge. Like
Why don't you just use the power that you originally said before
It's Danny, bro.
you started playing?
I thought. Wow.
Well, phasing through stuff and dodging isn't the same thing.
I'm just gonna play.
Yeah, we were gonna let him have that.
I was gonna let him have it. I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay. It is not y'all fault. I can't come up with anything else. It's not a big deal.
Oh, KJ, I got one.
I'm good.
No. You're gonna love this. You're
Okay.
gonna love this.
All right.
You have the Omnitrix. Fuck the rules.
That was literally basically the first thing I did.
So
What Matrix?
Have you never seen Ben 10?
Okay.
It
No.
is very OP.
yeah, I'm the
I
trick.
mean, that's basically what he
Yeah,
was trying to
The
do.
Omnitrix, like, okay, so let me put it this way. When we said that, like, you couldn't, like, when we said multiple powers, like, what you, I feel like what, like, if your power, like, if you can do multiple things because of your one thing that you can do, like, let's take the Omnitrix for example. If you can like fly or something because you can turn into a certain alien, that's not a different power. That comes from the Omnitrix. But like, if you're
But that's the same argument with the Dark Auto. That's what we were saying.
And I'm also, I'm also gonna say that basically Akuma is
Oh
a
my
character.
gosh,
He could
y'all are
have that
hilarious.
character.
It's okay.
like,
It's
No,
not that
the
serious.
reason why we said no to the Darkada was because it was
Because none of
conflicted
y'all know
with
what the fuck it is, apparently.
no, it's because they conflicted with another person's ability.
But
We
nobody
only
else had
said
the Dark Auto. That's the only confliction.
no. He said he could go through stuff.
That's
That's what
something.
we said. We didn't say he couldn't do the Darkada. We literally just said he couldn't go through stuff,
The
and you guys
Dark
were like,
Auto goes
"Oh,
through
now
stuff.
he can't do this Darkada."
It's really not that big of a deal,
Bro, like,
guys.
y'all-
We can just move
So
on.
what if instead of the Dark Auto actually phasing through things, it teleports it back behind it?
Whatever you guys want to say at this point.
Well, I mean, that's not quite what it,
Teleportation was already used anyway. It's not a big deal. I'm just on here shooting
Let's
bad
let's
guys.
change the subject.
Yeah,
I think this is kind of dead now.
the fun is out of it.
Yeah.
it's all your fault, Logia. God, way to ruin shit.
The feeder settlement lost
Yeah, I'm
contact
sorry,
with a
man.
small community that was living in the library, and they're worried the
Yeah.
hyenas might have something to do with it.
You gotta find
They've asked
something
us
else.
to
So
investigate.
about
Oh wait, hey Shade. While we're jumping subjects, did you see the 1.5 preview? I couldn't hear you earlier.
I did.
So we're getting housing. We're getting a new weekly boss, a new overworld boss. We're getting a new artifact set in dungeon, which will let you warp to that part of the map. That's always one of the parts of the maps that needed it. We're getting towards the end of the event. We're getting another Abyss unique fight against what they call it. He had a book. He was an electric guy. We're getting Eula and Zhongli, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want both.
Oh my gosh, you already have Zhongli.
I need NP1 to get 2 pillars. It's kind of a requirement to charge energy with him.
No, it's not.
Fight me.
It's not though.
Fight me.
Don't you already have Coward's Pride on him?
Considering he can't hold a claymore, that's not possible.
I mean, Skyward Spawn.
Perhaps.
Okay, well,
But we don't have the
What about that subject change?
If you'd like food and water, we can offer a ration pack for your
What is
trouble.
the best devil fruit? If you guys could have any devil fruit from
We did do this, and I said Kizaru's because the ability to turn into light, move at light speed, and shoot fucking lasers out of my body is just
don't-
busted.
No. This is a different one. This is a different.
Hey guys,
It can't be one of the OP fruits. It has to be like the soap fruit. It has to be some silly fruit.
hey guys, I haven't seen One Piece.
Yeah.
Not to mention, there aren't enough soul fruits for you to just say it can't be one of the OP ones. Like,
Yes, there's soap fruit. There's like the slip fruit. There's like a bunch of fruit.
well, yeah, there's a bunch of stupid ones, but
That's
I mean,
the
why
one I'm
would
saying.
you
Like
even-
you use the stupid ones. Like that's.
but you
that's
said
what-
which one is the best?
Nah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
so-
then I'll take it.
I got
Which
the mission
one
mark.
would you
I'm
rock?
just,
Like the stupid one.
I gotta. Does this work
Sounds
with
like
me?
the one
Because
that-
I only
it's
know
the
The
about
dumbest
one.
one that you would rock. The dumbest one that you would rock.
The Luffy's the stretchy stuff, bro. I don't see the
That's not dumb. Like that's OP as hell, bro.
bro. You stretch your body, and
We can't
what
offer you
else?
refuge at this
Mr.
time, but we won't
Fantastic with a
leave you out
2-foot
there
cock.
alone. If you wait
Yo,
until the fire starts, we'll you home.
yo.
I stop it too. Guys, the limit, brother.
This man is trying to kill you, dude. God dang.
Don't right
Stop
into
there.
eat a potato.
Yeah. He was
Yeah, why stop there? Why just stop at 2 feet?
Guys, the limit, brother. Hey, why stop at just one?
could you there?
2 dicks?
Nah, why stop at two? Listen, man.
I think he meant 2 feet, maybe.
You'd be a one-person orgy.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Why stop at 2 feet?
Oh God!
You could have an 18-prong.
Now you're getting weird.
KJ, you
You
there?
need to stay off the fucking
Yeah, I'm here.
Anything that
hentai,
Logan
man.
starts ends up being weird.
You could have
Oh,
an
you couldn't hear me
18-prong
earlier, I
dick.
guess.
Nah, yeah.
Hold on.
That's not an ability of rubber. You can't just mold it in any way. It's gotta like form back
Yo,
to shape.
There is such thing as dildos, bro. You can make a second one pop up.
The mission's marked though. I'm up,
If you are
brother.
seeking refuge, please leave your name and
Okay,
you will
that
be
just got
welcomed
awkward.
back at a later date.
All right. So, okay. If you could do a bending, which bending would you do? And you have to pick one of the main four and no avatar.
Hostage situation.
When you say main
Oh,
for, like,
yeah,
if I'm an
from the face.
earthbender, I could learn the metal bend. Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
Well,
we can't do that. We can't do that. It has to be the fourth, and then we can venture on from the.
Unfortunately, both water
We
bending
may
and
be living a
earth
little
bending are
rough,
broken.
but we're not barbarians.
We're about to go.
Thanks for
Okay.
sending these priceless
Water
pieces of
bending
art,
depends
Agent.
on the location.
Yeah.
We can't in the middle of the
My
desert
point is
bending water.
that
Like,
water bending leads to blood bending. And,
No, that's
earth
what-
bending
no,
can
that's why
actually
we-
and
lead to
blood
bone
bending leads to the dark side, young Skywalker.
no, but that's why I say we only do the
Dan.
ones, and then we can go
I'm
to the
saying
next.
earth benders can
Okay.
actually bend bones.
I see
Oh,
what
my controller died.
Lugia was saying. Let's just do
Let's just do the main
just
four.
do base bending.
No
Base
taboo.
bending.
No taboo method.
Base bending.
Face
say
There we
bending?
go. We're good.
Base bending. No
Gotta
special
go
form.
airbending on this one, Chief.
Base bending. No special form.
Airbending and earth.
Friendly combatants nearby.
All right. You know what? Let's let Kaji go first this time.
Yeah. Let's Kaji go first.
Portable
I
electronic
don't
device
know.
detected.
I like them all.
Rest. Write this down.
Wait,
Write
what?
this down, motherfucker.
I feel like we just threw everything else away anyway.
All right.
It did.
So Kaji, what kind of bending would you have and why? And
We're throwing everything else away, guys.
yeah.
So I'm actually deleting everything else.
I
Yep.
can't go first. I'm actually doing like a quick
No,
time mission.
leave it. Just keep it on the back burner for now.
And with this one, we can have the same one. We don't, we don't have to
We
have.
kind of have to. There's only 4.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can't overlap. So go ahead. Rest first. If Kaji ain't going.
So I go first. You know, just because I actually want, because I would totally want to make my own real castle, I would choose earthbending.
Ooh,
Nice.
I see.
More of them headed this way.
Good stuff.
We
Good
need
stuff.
to move.
Who's
Now,
next?
there's
Oh,
still people in
I
that
forgot
building.
she left.
If
Let
we
me go
go
lock
there
my
dead,
door.
we
Damn.
can't save
I
everybody.
got you.
We can save them. Go to
Shade.
your room.
Okay.
Leave an interrogation.
Explanation. Okay, I'm gonna choose fire.
You win.
And it's strictly off of seeing that final fight. When I saw that the firelink cord, whatever it was, could literally fly with fire.
But that was
Okay.
Sosa's comment though. You couldn't
Yeah,
normally do
like-
that.
Yeah, that was Sozin's comment buffing it. That's why
That's
fire
true.
pillars
That's
were
true.
so freaking big.
That's true, but I'll still do it though.
I mean,
Yeah.
you might level that master, eventually, but
I'm gonna call that basically the OP part of firebending that we can't do.
waterbending,
But it's not a variant. It's not a variant.
no, that's not a variant.
It's-
He would just have to
Yeah.
be alive during that
Effects
time.
of the sun
Yeah,
or whatever.
So, assuming that he's alive during, that day, then Georgia gonna
That-
go off.
That's his aspiration. That's not something he's gonna be doing every day.
Right.
Secure the area and search
But
for any surviving
at the
members
same
of the
time, I
community
would
that's
want to
been
be
residing here.
on that day you lose your powers.
That is true.
So that's actually fair. It balances him, that itself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What is it called? The Day of Dark Sun.
The day
Yep.
of the eclipse.
It's basically eclipses. Anytime an eclipse happens, you lose your power.
Yep. And then so the common once every
With
what,
it,
100 years.
it only affects a certain part of the planet. It doesn't affect the
Yeah, if it like passes over, because I mean,
Yeah.
even in Avatar, that's how it should be. Only firebenders that were like actually
So-
at the eclipse site.
So the day of the red sun or whatever, how does that happen?
The moon went in front of the sun, and
So it's a lunar eclipse?
Yeah.
Solar. I forgot what. Okay.
No.
solar eclipse.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, you
Who's
trying to
next?
do a stronghold after this, bro?
I only got like 2 more missions, and then all I have left is strongholds. I just want to make sure I
So,
had
who's
everything
next and what would
everything
you
knocked
choose?
out, so I could just focus on the fun parts of the game.
Alright, for sure.
Cause I don't gotta work tomorrow, brother. We on here all night,
Who's next? Logia.
I just go ahead.
so we going to the dark zone.
Get
I'd
it.
go. You know what? I'd
All
go
hostages are
earthbending
deceased.
just because. It's sturdier, and there's always a piece of earth unless I'm flying in space. There's always something I can bend.
Or in the middle of the
It's
ocean.
reliable. Oh, in the middle of the ocean. There's some stones at the
I
bottom.
mean, you could also argue.
You mean if you go to the bottom of the ocean where you will die?
I mean, he can raise island, technically speaking.
Yeah.
If he has
Like
contact with him.
Yeah. Does he have to have contact?
Yeah, earthbending requires
Oh, you
contact.
don't have to.
Oh.
Yeah. You need contact with the earth to earthbend.
I got you covered. I'm making a choke point. Oh, don't go that way. Don't go that way.
Don't you remember the episode they recruited Toph? They thought Toph and Aang were cheating because there was no contact. It couldn't have been earthbending that beat Toph.
Oh wow. Okay, I forgot about that limitation. All right, I'm going air then.
Yeah.
Just got a report of
Like,
activity on
if
the
they're
roof.
flying on Appa,
See if you can find a way up
Toph
there.
can't just raise a mountain up there.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going air then. I'm doing air then.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Because I want this
So
to.
you
Because
change
remember
air.
they said if somebody's who's really powerful can like actually phase, like can go through stuff because they're like void, their mind's like a void or something. I remember something like that.
Hold on now. Is that a special thing?
No, it's like it's a special thing where you have to be like really in touch and be like at peace and calm.
So-
Like it's crazy.
So that's a mastery.
That's
Yeah,
not
like that's mastery. Like I'm gonna work towards it. I'm not gonna instantly
Okay.
have it. I'm gonna
Okay.
work
Okay. Okay. That's a mastery. So we're allowing masteries here.
Are we?
I mean, it's still a base
Apparently not.
No,
power.
it's still based around
Still a base
air
power.
though. It's
Okay.
not like it
Yeah.
doesn't. I don't start making fire up here in midair. Like it's just it's focused on
fire.
here.
That's like being mad at Kobe for being Kobe.
Yeah, that's like, you can't
You know what I
shoot
mean, you're still playing basketball, but it's just
Okay,
playing
so
against Kobe.
Logia basically chose airbending. So
Okay.
next too.
I'm going for airbending, but I'm going
Alright,
for
guys.
airbending simply because even at base level, you'll be able to fly around the world like and explore. Like really,
Great.
like nothing can stop you from
At
like
that point,
like
Shay
getting
probably
around.
wants to fly the air.
No, when Shay's flying in the air, I don't want to be in the air. I don't want the problems. all I'm gonna do is I hope I'm friends with Shay that day because then he gonna be real fire with that air behind him, that oxygen. Yeah, we probably would make some kind of crazy combo.
Hey.
Yeah.
This is the fun we were after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
are
Like
we
Shay
gonna
could-
actually do a fight and have everyone randomly choose team battle?
Wait,
Nah.
fight.
Let's not ruin it. Let's not ruin it.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Let's not ruin it.
So, next person.
I'd choose airbending. I'd choose airbending mostly because the flying part, and then at the same time, like, if you can like suck the air out of somebody's lungs,
I imagine you could, to be honest. I mean, if it's
but
air
I'm just
bending,
gonna
that
say
sounds
that
pretty
that
basic.
one being the same. I'm just gonna say blood bending.
Nah, maybe not suck it out of their lungs, but you could definitely like suck the air out of the atmosphere, I imagine.
Search for
no,
survivors.
there
They
was
may be
there
hiding.
was an episode of this on like the Legend of Korra or something. I think.
Yeah, I think that's a mastery thing.
Is it though? Because I mean, like, if you're, but like, if you could fly, like, you should be able to redirect where the air current is, so you should be able to make pockets
Yeah,
of
like,
space.
but we can't just be like, oh, you can just suck the air out of.
So would
somebody.
you-
We can say like,
I'm just saying.
No,
that-
not to suck the air out. That's why I said not suck the air out of somebody, but like to take the air out of the
make it
environment
difficult,
though.
Make it difficult for them
Yeah,
to feed you.
but
But
I'm
I-
just
we
gonna
can't say
argue
you
that that'd
completely
be the
remove the
same
air.
kind
Yeah,
of like
definitely,
with the
definitely.
Blood bending.
Just make
and
it like
bone bending.
yeah. Let's just say you can make it difficult for them
So
to
yeah, if
breathe.
you mastered it, you get that far, but we're assuming non-mastery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
At
Alright.
base level, you can just make it hard to breathe.
Yeah, hard to breathe.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all. I was
Well,
refilling.
yeah,
You know I gotta
you
hydrate,
do that.
even though I don't have that as a thing.
Harder to breathe.
You know what I've noticed so far?
What?
No one's chosen water bending.
It's
Well, I hadn't gone yet, man. I hadn't
it's
gone
too
yet.
situational.
I
Nah,
hadn't gone. I'm
everyone
going
didn't go
water.
like you said.
Oh, all right.
Well, you might as well go next. You might as well go next. Why would you go water?
Yeah.
Who's next?
I'm going water. You guys saying you can fly around the world? I can surf on the ocean. You know, and as long as I stay near the coastline, you know, I'll be okay. As long as I stay near some water. I mean, barring somebody kidnapping me and taking me
I
away.
mean, technically, can't you even make water it takes more effort, but you can basically make water out of the air.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
like taking that out of the clouds
like
and
mastery thing.
steam and
It
stuff.
takes more effort, but you can do it.
It
No.
depends on the.
He could be
I'm
like
not
Gara.
sure.
He could be like Gara, just carry a big old jug. Katara only carried a little bit of water because she was
Yeah.
weaker in stature. So if he's
I could
strong
carry-
enough, he could carry a huge jar of water and always be able to surf. I'm coming, bro. I'm coming.
I'll
You just
carry
carry around one of those big ass jugs of Ozarka for your home fucking distiller.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's way up. I'm on the way, bro.
I'm
Just
carrying-
like
coming, bro.
Gara.
Just
Live.
carrying a barrel around.
Yeah.
Omna, what would you choose, Omna?
Oh, I would go with water too.
Yeah.
Whenever you're thirsty, you can get some of that water.
Oh yeah,
Man.
and waterbenders are
Give me
able
that
to
bleeding, bro.
condense it and make it colder, so I would always have a fucking cold drink.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I guess you can even make
It's
ice
alright.
block
I'm
and
here.
stuff like that too.
Oh yeah,
mean-
next time it floods, just make a few ice blocks and let it naturally flow away.
Is ice a mastery thing or is it
Yeah,
not?
No,
that's
ice is a
revenge.
basic thing. Literally every waterbender
Pop your
uses
shield up.
ice, except for
I'm
maybe
gonna
the
force
snow.
it with the smoke.
Then
I'm right behind
you.
you.
Can say the
Watch out.
removing the lungs from the air from the lungs.
No,
kind of
because
He's moving.
I'm just saying that that's an instant win scenario.
yeah.
He's in smoke, so he's gonna get back up.
Just like
I don't have
if
my
I
sniper.
decide to, if a waterbender decides to rip out the blood from your head, then
metal
you
bending,
basically
blood
break.
bending, and lava bending are mastery things.
Wait, no, ice isn't something you just do.
Yeah, it was. Katara accidentally froze Sokka's legs in the first fucking episode.
Okay, that was two.
But that was by accident.
yeah.
She didn't
This could have turned out tragic.
She had to go
Alaska
to
Desert
learn.
Yeah,
Reserve
that was
Patrol
her
to
not
escort the
knowing how
survivors.
to use her powers.
Yes,
Yeah,
but you
you
didn't.
did the same thing.
By that logic, none of us could bend shit anyway because we wouldn't be able to. Nobody would be
I'm
able to
thinking-
fly. Nobody would be able to make a house out of rock. Nobody would be able to do shit because you
Yeah.
don't know how to use
Two
your
side
powers.
missions left, Jordan.
I'm just
I
saying.
think we're running into a problem of
Then
how
no
much
more side
mastery it
missions.
takes.
Making ice doesn't take mastery.
Yes, it
If you
does.
want, we can knock out Stronghold.
Literally,
real quick.
all the benders on the
Keep it
North
patient.
Pole were doing this
Right
shit.
next to us.
Because you're like in the North Pole.
The ones in the
We've
the
done a
ones
lot
where
of damage
Katara
already.
came from, they
We
weren't
can
using
neuter
ice.
There
them.
weren't any water benders there.
Wait, why are
She
you
was the only
yelling?
one, right?
Oh yeah, that is kind of true.
Like you bring it up non-facts to try to refute facts.
That is kind of true.
You're
There
saying
were
that-
no
I
water.
mean, no, he was using
spent
facts,
basic.
but he was ignoring other facts. So.
Oh my God.
Hold on, question here.
No,
Would
hold
it
on. I'm gonna search this up. I'm gonna search this up.
What
Go
it-
on.
what-
Go on.
Go ahead.
Alright.
I think it's a problem of a degree of mastery. Like how long you would have to train in order to lava bend is probably different from how long you would have to
Like
train.
it would be harder
order
for a
to ice-
waterbender to surf over the water with water bending than it would for
Watch
them
out.
to make ice.
He's burnt. He's spent.
Hold on.
That's it. He dropped
Yeah.
the gold? Let me see what I got real
Okay.
quick.
We're the weird ones.
Wait, what?
Shade, we're the weird ones. We're the only ones who chose our specific one.
Hey,
Hold
bro.
on.
I'll let y'all be great. Trying
Hey.
to let it.
Only 2 people chose water now.
Ooh.
So.
And 3 people chose air.
Fucking simps for air.
Bro, I want to fly. What you mean?
2 people chose earth.
But that's not something an airbender could just do, apparently, by these guys' logic.
No,
Well,
they
the
didn't say
issue
anything about
being that
flying.
Last airbender.
Flying is a mastery thing. Only
No,
Zaire
it's
did
not.
that shit.
What?
Not yeah.
What?
Was his name Zaire?
No, even the kids can fly in Korra.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
he-
talking about gliding. That's not the same. I thought you meant flying like Zaire did in
No,
Korra,
I mean,
where he
you
just
have this-
fucking
no,
Supermaned
no.
off the ground.
Oh, no. I mean, you get the staff, you put it on your back, and you. I mean, but it's the same thing as flying, honestly.
That's fine.
Like,
Yeah.
To a
like,
point.
like Aang was doing.
That was the right.
Right.
Oh, the airflow. You'd be
Could-
fine.
Could all the airbenders do that?
Yes.
Yeah, they were all
That
no,
was
they were all
basic.
trained to do that though.
Well,
He's implying that we can't do training stuff,
I
which
don't.
is
No, he meant
actual
basic stuff,
asinine.
but that's pretty basic for airbenders. so-
Well, they were trying to debate I couldn't make ice with
Hold on.
water, so
Hold
Get
on.
in there and hunt them
Would
down.
making ice
Every last one of
What
them.
are you making?
I
You
was
should be able to make ice with water, though. That is
I'm
pretty
making my
basic.
drinks colder, Logia. Fuck
Oh,
you.
that's easy. I thought you were making like giant blocks of ice around them. Like, nah, that's not fly.
But Katara
Well, not
did
in
it.
Texas. They fucking melt.
No, but what I'm saying is like, I thought you meant like you were making like giant amounts of water ice. But if you're making,
Yeah.
I'm
like,
not gonna freeze a sea. Like I'm not gonna be able to freeze a fucking sea. That's
No. The way you worded it wrong. That's how I got it. But
I didn't insinuate I was freezing any large things.
I thought
He did say ice water. He did say ice water.
I thought this freeze like do some
Yeah.
basic stuff, bro.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was saying. 'Cause he was like talking about
He meant non-combat applications.
Yes, I meant like keeping my house and drinks cool. Damn.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm a lazy person.
no, listen,
Damn, that's ugly. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So let's
Nice.
say that you somehow became a half avatar. You
Front,
actually
front,
have
front.
2 different bending abilities.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. This got interesting.
go.
Hold on, Jordan. Watch
starting
this.
with-
Oh, never mind. Oh no, it's working.
You already have
You can finish it.
fire bending.
They're like
but
half.
suddenly you gain what other bending ability?
If I wanted to,
Basic, yeah. I'm just saying, like you already have fire bending, but suddenly you've decided you can also
I'm gonna
do
Lightning.
water bending. Lightning.
Oh, my bad. I probably combined
Actually,
it
wait,
with,
wait. Why don't we make the trade-off? Either you could have a second element, or you could get your mastery element shit.
Oh.
Okay.
No, hold
I
on,
like
hold
that.
on.
That's a
Brad,
fair
did everybody
trade.
go? Did everybody
Portable
go?
electronic
I
device
think so,
detected.
yeah.
Mana go? No, Mana didn't go.
Oh yeah, mana didn't go.
Yeah. Mana, no, let
Okay.
Mana go. Mana didn't go yet.
Mana
The problem
bending.
is that if you master it, you're still not allowed to do taboo attacks like that would instantly kill an opponent.
Yeah, none of the gets to kill bullshit. We gotcha.
Guys, like, rest, Mana hasn't gotten yet.
Wait, Anna was actually wanting to go because he jumped out of the way.
No, he said he was gonna go for him.
Okay, Anna,
Stepping over him.
go.
My bad. I ain't know that.
And just because he goes last, he can also choose the second one first,
Yeah.
or his mastery.
They're inside the building? I told Diesel we need more people guarding the entrance.
You can give him shit about it if we all live through this. Right now, I need you to do whatever you can with whatever you got.
All right, I'm on it.
I think I'll probably just like. I don't know.
Actually, why don't we word it this way? You said no kill attacks, but let's say no specialist attacks, because Toph was an earthbending master when she was a kid. She didn't know metal bending when they met her, but she was still considered an earth master. Like, the metal bending was a specialist thing, blood bending was a specialist thing, the air from the lungs
What I was
specialist.
trying to avoid is just kill attacks. Like,
Well,
if
yeah,
you
that's all
basically
that
take
shit is.
someone's bones and kill them, then
You can remove the air from somebody's gun and you can kill them.
Wouldn't collapse that long. Or is it-
Yeah, they would be done.
Could.
Could you just stop the air in there?
Well, okay, so if you master it, you can actually not instantly remove air from their lungs, but what you're doing is you are making it harder for them to breathe.
I tried to take you out by mistake.
Oh, we said that
So
would
you would-
be.
I
You would
think,
need to
you know
do
what?
so basically
You know
that
what?
person would need to counter you.
I feel like this is about to get too complicated. Let's jump to something else.
Let's just no. Let's just allow the instant stuff, because I mean, if you master it, at that point you've mastered it.
Well, not even all masters could do certain things. Like blood bending was unique. There were water bending masters who still couldn't do that because that was a specialized trait.
I feel like we need to do all or nothing.
Okay,
Let-
no,
just
let's
let everything be on the table.
Let's not do mastery. Let's just do the half and half first, and then we can go to move on to mastery. So like, what other one would you like? And then we're gonna drop them. We're gonna choose which one we want to keep, and then we can elevate one to mastery. Then we can keep the other one at basic.
Okay.
Okay, man, you go.
How did each person
Like, my logic when y'all say mastery,
like, do you mean mastery as in like
I mean,
Guys, I'll search up some masteries of each of them, and then we'll go through it. But right now, let's just decide what other one we would have if we were gonna be half. But then with the mastery, I can go through the names of everything, and then we can decide if we want to have mastery. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So let's just do that. Which
Choose
one we
secondary.
Yes, choose secondary now.
So, Mana, you wouldn't even want a secondary, or like, I mean, it's basically just saying that, yeah, you can
I
have
think
a
I'll actually pick up fire against
So you got air and fire?
Actually, those
Right.
could work pretty well together, I think.
If we want to survive,
All this
infighting needs to stop.
Well, back to shade at this point.
That's totally achievable.
I would definitely pick up a second element, and I'll probably do fire. Not fire, man. I'm sorry. My bad. Bro, no, I saw fire on the.
I thought I was Kaji Blaze. I guess not.
Part is, now that I think about it, there is the mastery of fire. Wouldn't that be like the lightning and blue fire?
No, bro, my brain had a brain. Sorry.
Blue fire had nothing to do with mastery. The lightning did.
Okay, alright.
Yeah,
Alright, look.
leave Master alone for right now.
I messed up. What I meant to say was, wind.
Air.
Or air.
Yeah, exactly.
So, mine would actually, you know, I wanted to reload air, but everyone's choosing air. Okay, let me think about this.
I mean, you don't have to stick out from the crowd or anything. You could choose air.
Your level is 254 now? My G's been grinding.
Good. I mean, if air is just like 40.
So I just think that I could actually blend it with those way.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with air just because I know ways I can actually blend the two. So Logia, you chose air first. Or whatever.
Okay, so my secondary I would have to go with, because I have air, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna do energy bending.
What?
Fuck off.
Yo, my whole face dropped. I was like, what is this?
Nah,
My whole face dropped.
What's your
My second have to be
We're set up in the mall. They're not getting through here. Don't die.
You know,
I was messing with y'all. Go ahead.
he knows. All right, let me see. Is it me?
Yes.
I don't know. What did Logia just say? Cause
He said Earth. He said Earth.
He said Earth. Okay.
I think I was behind
Okay.
Logia.
The next person was actually
Kaji.
Kaji.
Yeah, I would pick up a second element, and it would be water. Assuming that if I put air and water, I can now make ice, right? Or no?
You could make ice with just water.
I know, but like, I mean, like instant freeze, like a different level of freeze, like, cause you know they break out of the ice in like anytime someone's got caught, like they're still moving around and stuff. I mean, like frozen solid, game over. Does that work?
I mean,
You mean
can
like
also
freezing your
basically
body?
more
You don't
easily
have to freeze
freeze
I would
before
say
the
you
ice
make
too,
the
but
weather colder. I wouldn't say you'd be able to freeze.
and
people.
you actually might be able to move that ice to some degree with wind.
Yeah.
At that point, you just
Because you're moving with air,
To
you're
some degree.
moving, you're not really making it stronger.
Well, then I'll take it to the aspect that I'll be able to go deep undersea water, because I can keep my air.
Yeah, you could do that.
There you go.
Yeah, that would actually kind of that falls within the.
Tight.
To make it wetter, your exploring is better.
Okay, Codsworth.
I choose earth bending.
So Earth
Bruh, you
as
picked
secondary.
both of mine, man.
Bro,
Okay, Logia, if we go with that logic, you inverted me.
I'm joking.
Because like I'm really thinking of like what's that move from One Punch Man? That,
Ooh, okay. I see that.
you like
Eyes.
Last stand if you
That's what I was thinking too. That's what I was thinking.
I need a sniper. Jay, if you find a sniper, let me know.
January.
Sniper.
Alright, what's Joe's? What's your next round?
I'm tempted to do fire because I can keep Todoroki.
Fire, water, then fire.
But I mean, I'm only tempted because I really don't think that would work too well in this
Oil
universe.
and water.
Because they're kind of like, I mean, they kind of don't mix. The most that you can
Well,
do.
I mean, you could do steam and you could boil water, so I don't know. That's
scalding water.
If you use it the right way, I think it could be dangerous.
Well, here's the thing. Steam is just gonna get blown away by a regular wind, a regular gust of wind.
Yeah, but at the same time, you use a hot gas. So
He's just sitting in the Jordan. Look at him.
Could I bend the steam though? Like,
water bending, you can pull it back. You can pull water back out of the air.
Or shoot, you can freeze it honestly.
To some degree. To cool it down, yeah.
All right. I'm
Okay,
just the
I
last
think I
person,
do-
right?
So
I mean, I think I do
Omna.
fire. I'll do fire. I do water and fire.
Okay.
Omna.
Omna was water. So what's
You
gonna
still
be?
there, sweetie?
Earth.
Hello?
Earth.
Fuck.
Okay.
Everybody
So,
get yourselves
you
ready.
get
This
to
situation
choose-
is serious.
Okay, so now you get to choose which one you can make mastery. So I'm gonna run with first. We're gonna start with airbending. So when you become a master level airbender, you can the sub skills are basically flight and spiritual projection. So you can project your
Is spiritual
spiritual.
projection really a Earth?
That's nothing to do
Yeah.
with air.
No, it
No.
is though.
That's a sub
Because
skill.
Specifically with air?
yeah, specifically
I'm
with
reading
air.
it right now.
But you don't
He's
find it
reading
out
it
until
from the
core though. Like that's core
Yeah,
shit.
I'm reading it right now.
He's
I'm
reading
reading it right now.
the wiki.
I'm reading it
I
from the
think
wiki.
Korra's
No,
on
it's
it.
true. It's definitely true.
Diesel, where are you?
Bro, I'm
The
reading
garage.
it from the wiki, dude.
Just
I'm not just making
stop
this shit
those
up.
assholes,
I
I
alright?
just said it's
Korra
true.
is
What do you
an
mean?
outlaw.
I don't understand what the
Fuck off
problem
and
I'm
is.
let
talking
me
to
work.
Resh. I'm talking to Resh.
Oh.
Because Resh is saying like it's
If
not
only
okay.
Korra can do it, that doesn't
No,
really
no,
count
no,
as
no.
a
Korra
superpower.
doesn't do it.
Sub skill, bro.
It's Aang's son is the one. So basically, what happened was
Aang's
before
granddaughter.
the spirit world was closed because it wasn't always closed. There was a spiritual like leader for like the humans, and it would always be out of the airbenders. So like out of that, there were other people who could still do it. But then even there, on top of that, there was somebody who made sure like the spirits were like okay. So
Okay, so let's go. So the sub skills for airbending are flight and spiritual projection. And there has only been 2 people to achieve flight bending. That's fair. For water bending, there is healing and flight bending.
Ice not included.
Ice. Ice.
Yeah, but like it's still a master. So the sub skills for earth bending are seismic and metal bending
Come in.
and lava
give me a
bending.
second. Yeah.
We have
Go
lava
back to
bending,
the
metal
can.
bending.
Go back to the create.
Then for fire bending, we
It
have
shouldn't be able to come through for the next 5
combustion
seconds or so.
bending,
Actually, I see.
combustion bending,
No.
generation,
Stood
and
there.
direction lightning.
Trying to figure out. Whoa, that's what you died by. I see.
Oh,
Hold on.
Oh, that's
You stay over there. I'm about to work my
Hey,
way
wait a
around.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If I got fire and water, can I throw my lightning through water?
No, you can redirect lightning. You can't make lightning.
Yeah.
Making lightning's a basic Fire Emblem trait
Wait
in
a minute.
Korra.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Can
Wait a
make
minute. Wait a minute.
Because
I thought you said generation and redirection.
Oh yeah. It's generation and redirecting lightning. Yeah. So my bad. That's my bad. Yeah,
Like
you
I
can
said,
do, you can
you'd
do
have
that
to
then.
master the fire system to do
Really?
Yeah.
After I got
Yeah,
all the way around?
So you master fire for that to happen, so you won't master the water stuff. So
Fair,
you
fair,
can master
Fair,
Okay,
fair.
so we're gonna start with mana because we like last time. So what are you mastering mana?
Oh my god, why is he aggroing on me? Bro, you're right. Oh my god.
And then so Jade, what are you mastering?
Mastering,
You take air and fire.
I'm mastering fire.
Okay, yeah. Me, right?
Actually, I'm next.
Okay, go ahead, Red.
Instead of choosing to master it, I'm going to
Sorry, it was
learn
lagged.
firebending at only half efficiency.
What?
What does that mean?
Are you gonna choose a
Basically
third
means
element?
that I'm an extremely weak firebender.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have your second element.
Diesel, what's going on down there?
Is that what you're doing?
Diesel, are you
No,
dead too, you
I
inbred
have
son of
3
a
elements,
bitch?
but my
Everybody
last one
get
is
to the
only at
arena,
half power.
now!
Oh, he's getting 3 elements.
Oh, so
Oh.
you're adding another element.
The mastery. He just want 3 elements.
Okay,
He
I
wants to
guess.
be 3/4
Alright.
Avatar.
So that's
He wants to be.
He said
he
you
wants
better not have another round.
Well,
to-
I'm about to go Exodia on you.
Avatar 2.5.
Okay, so,
2.5
Portable
over
device detected.
slot. Dang, what would that actually be? That would actually be like 5/8.
So what do you have then? So you have
No,
air.
that'd be
Airborne toxins
Do
at
that.
unsafe
5.5.
levels.
What do you
Filters
have, Rick?
No,
failing.
5. It'd be like 5/8, 5/8.
Air filter function restored.
What do you have?
Air quality
enough.
acceptable.
What are your elements, Rick?
Earth
I can't get inside the room.
and earth and air with half
Bro.
fire.
Oh, half fire?
What is that? Was so weird.
I'm gonna straight up just master. Kaja, what are you doing?
You're mastering earth, is what you said?
Yeah. So I
Um,
have air and earth, but
can
I'm
you
mastering.
tell me the masteries of order again?
Okay, so you have air, and what do you have?
Water.
Air, water. Okay, so for air, you can light and spiritual projection.
Airborne toxins at
Right.
unsafe levels.
For
Filters
light and
failing.
for water bending, you have healing and blood bending. Or you can add another element at half power.
Listen
No,
up.
I don't know. I'll let
We
Rush
got
be the half
devils in our
avatar.
house and they mean to kill us all. Stand and fight. You hear me? Stand and fight.
I guess I'm going for healing. I don't think I need flight if I already have my, if I can have a weapon. At that point, I think. But so what do they say about water? I mean, about freezing then?
When you master water bending, you get the blood bending and the healing, right?
Yeah. So when you master water, you get blood bending, healing, and you also I guess your water bending becomes so powerful that you can freeze shit now too.
Okay, I'm just making sure that, cause you do like I don't understand like why that's not like a thing, cause like
It is.
Okay.
I made that mistake earlier.
All right.
I
Anyway,
assumed it's a normal thing that
so
they can do.
with that being said, I definitely would just go with the extra water, cause I mean I want to be able to make my make weapons out of like ice and air. Basically, the air is gonna like what makes it flexible, but the ice is just gonna make it durable. So like I can like always like fly.
Basically use the
I don't have
air
to.
send it, yeah.
Exactly. So like I don't have to worry about
No,
getting
but
stuff.
but you can't fly with your. You can only glide with your air because you didn't master it. Flight is only for master.
Oh no, you can fly with air. That's basic.
Like
No. I just read it.
Oh my god.
we're talking about the gliding. Like, you know how Aang
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Glider.
I thought
Glider.
you meant like a starting over.
Oh snap. Hold on. I gotta think real quick. Give me a second. I was on autopilot. I sure hope this works. Please survive before I die. But yeah, I just want to be able to, you know, I want to make gliders out of like my water if I need to, so I don't have to worry about being stuck. So because I can't really fly, I can fly. Oh, move. I'm finna die, Jordan. Please tell me you're not down.
You're not.
I'm not trying to copy, but I think I'm gonna become the 5-piece avatar again. I think I'll pick up water bending.
Water bending?
At half?
Yeah,
Half, okay.
So air
what do you
bending,
have?
earth bending, and then half water bending?
with air and water.
Okay.
Purpose
In
and
January.
Huh? Me?
You're next. What are you doing? Mastering or you're picking up
Earth, wind, and fire, baby. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, September.
I had to do the bid. I had to do the
Not
bid.
January.
Hold on.
I got water already, right? And I got fire. I'm thinking I'm gonna master fire for the lightning and the combustion.
I'm just the last one. What are you doing?
Taking up the hyena leadership leaves the faction in disarray. I'll send teams to start securing the supplies and the equipment those bastards were hoarding. And I'll let Odessa know.
Yep.
The settlement will be able to rest a
Man, I
little
get the
easier
last?
now.
No, he mastered it. Yeah, okay, he mastered air bending.
Mastered airbending, yeah. So he got flight and spiritual protection.
So
Did anybody master Earth besides me?
I don't think so.
The hyenas have been
Hey,
leaving
so I
supplies in the
can
old
whoop your
police
ass,
station.
bro. Lava bending, I got lava bending, metal bending, size makes sense, my nigga.
Oh my bad, guys. I have not been looking at chat. No
I'm
one
not
was
really
saying anything
sure
for a
how you
while.
do lava
What's up,
bending
Spade?
other than you
What's up,
redirect
Eli?
the earth in the lava itself.
That we could use to our advantage.
But so if I like not master, but like if I'm learning water at like what 1/4, 1/2.
Yeah.
What does that mean I can do? Like
You can use water bending, but you can't freeze.
Well, I say that at a half, being able to half do it, you can kind of weaken the effects of someone else's attack of the same element.
Oh no! Why don't we just make it that you can't, like, so for water you can't make ice. So we'll just lower it so that you can only bend water, and you can't do it like as strong as a normal water.
That's the point, though. You can attempt to redirect attack, and you can also
very basic water bending.
Yeah, you're basically doing
very basic, and you basically pretty much kind
and I will run you through this one.
An
The
attack.
hyenas have a stockpile of riot gear.
Any level. The thing is that if they're a
smoke grenades,
master of
that
it,
kind of
then
thing.
you pretty much
We can recover those supplies, and they can't use them against us.
And more important,
Hey, KJ, I might be off. Alright, starting this trip.
I wish I could join.
Bro, what? Are we choosing the animals?
I don't really know about the animals.
Bro. I might have to restart my PC. The Division just crashed my whole like desktop screen.
You guys want to do
Bro, what is this, bro?
You guys want to do the three
Immediate medical assistance needed.
You guys do that. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you later.
Have a good one.
Good night.
See you next time, January.
Alright, I'm about to dip. I'm out of here.
Stay safe, man.
Bro, the Division just black screen my whole.
I can't complain, Spade.
What are we doing now? Like, are we just chilling?
Yeah, we're just chilling. I can't complain, Spade. I'm so sorry. I'm not
So I'm just gonna argue that half firebending lets me create a campfire at will.
Bruh, that's the easiest thing. Go for it. Knock yourself out. Like,
If I ever need a light, I got one. And if you ever need a light, I can provide one.
Yo, the Division just blue screen like my whole laptop.
That is good.
Damn, that's fucked up.
But it didn't blue screen.
Play that shit.
And then Codsworth half water bending lets him create a cup of water in 5 minutes. If he really needs to. So he can basically get a drink whenever he needs to.
It takes 5 minutes. You might as well just go to the store.
Remember,
That's assuming that he has a store to go to.
Well,
This is true.
if you see a
You're out
working
in the middle
computer,
of nowhere.
can you search for case number 81?
You thirsty? Just give me 5 minutes. This sounds like someone either poisoning or peeing in your drink. Like 5 minutes to get a drink.
You have air, right? Codsworth?
Yeah.
Oh, so when you're exploring, you don't need to worry about water. All you gotta worry about is food.
Good point.
When you're doing whatever the fuck you want to.
An agent has gone
Hey,
offline.
thank you for kicking with me tonight. I appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all coming through.
Yeah, man, we know. We know. We make it exciting.
Oh, I am leaving the mission area. Why are you trying to kill?
Basically put a thumbs up, put it towards his mouth, and get a few drops into his mouth. Look, man. I can snap my fingers and light up something, but you know, beyond that,
Amna, what should we do, Amna? You're normally full of ideas. Amna.
we just lost somebody.
Grinding at Disgaea.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, dang.
He's been really into it.
Love this game. Simple, guys. Y'all just gotta get good. Did y'all get all your free gems? Did all of y'all log in today? You get 3,000 free nether quartz because they really fucked the servers last night.
Oh, that's what I used to get those summons. I actually summoned 3 times using it. And a few other things.
Oh, I do not have time to think about anything else.
Yeah, but like, y'all weren't online. Me and Shade were online when that shit happened. What had happened was like 2 hours or 3 or 4 hours of everyone's progress just kind of vanished. And like everybody was panicking and they had to restore that shit. And they're giving us basically 4 10x pulls worth of quartz over the next 3 days.
Oh, so I need to log in right now.
Yeah, log in right now.
Gotcha.
You should get 3,000 free quartz. But
3,000?
and then 1,500 for the next 2 days.
3,000?
Did you already log in today? You may have already gotten it. Then Rush has already got it,
I
but I
didn't.
don't.
I don't
Yeah,
think
well you need.
I was
Yeah, log in before daily reset at the end of the hour, so you make sure to get the 3K
Oh, I already missed it then.
today. No, because daily reset's not till the hour's
Okay.
end.
Oh.
So, if anyone wants to keep playing around,
Mana, you too. And then after that, you should get 1,500 tomorrow, and then the next day. They said it was 6,000 gems over 3 days, and 3,000 was the first.
What is the point of the shield?
Yeah.
so if people want to keep playing around, how about we just make up a story? Like one person narrates, and then after a certain amount of time, somebody else does.
I don't know if I can do that and
We're taking
shoot at the
turns
same
making a
time.
story?
That's like. Keep in mind, I am playing the game. I mean,
Dude, you're fighting Triple H? Holy shit.
That's funny. This sounds funny to hear. Y'all should start it.
Jackpot. I knew they
Jordan,
All right.
just join.
No. We're setting up D&D campaigns, but we're ignoring all forms of dice and character
It should be
sheets.
in the evidence.
All right, you're on a boat with 4 different
They're
people.
keeping the supplies
The
in the
one to
parking
your right
lot.
looks like
That room
Izuku
should be on the way there.
Midoriya
Wait,
from
who's Game
My
Master?
Hero.
I guess I'm just Game Master, but I don't know who's going to want to play. Resh, you want to be Game Master?
Yeah, I'll be game master. However, if we're going to introduce multiple characters, I say that we choose 4 different people to introduce one character
Wait, you got to say that again.
each. So, like, if we're going to make a story, let's just say we're going to have 4 different people. I'm not going to 4 different people, but each person gets to choose one of what those people are going to be.
Can you say that again? I didn't.
Yeah, I still don't.
Omna gets to introduce.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Because I can't hear you over all this gunfire. I'm almost done though.
Somebody else.
Okay. Tell me the rules one more time.
So basically, Omna said we should probably do like 4 different characters, almost like a D&D story.
Mm-hmm.
That is not.
No, then what did you say?
Oh no, I was describing a setting, and y'all just kind of ran with it and started doing things to it.
Okay, what did you
So
want?
basically, a random adventure, and I don't know.
Alright, let's let Omna set the narrative. My bad, Omna. Go ahead and set the narrative, and then we'll choose Game Master.
No, I completely lost my trail of thought from earlier.
Train of thought. Oh, there it goes. Woo-hoo!
I just heard a microwave beep right when you said woo woo.
I had nothing to do with that microwave. I had everything to do with that
That
microwave.
wasn't me.
Alright. Dang.
All right,
This is about
so
to be
who wants
fun.
Start off the story.
I guess we need to agree on a topic. Let's vote on what kind of like world we're in. Are we in a tech world? Are we in a fantasy world?
I got you. I started off
Okay.
with 4 friends out in the middle of the sea. All right, Omna. Put a spin on it.
Let me actually write that real quick.
The 4th friend is John Cena, so you can't actually see him.
Oh, I knew
He's
he was
invisible,
gonna say this.
and everybody doubts you when you say he's there, so everybody thinks you're crazy and don't have real friends.
Okay, then Logia next.
I don't know.
How do you go behind that? How do you go behind it?
Somebody else needs to introduce one of the characters while Logia figures this out.
Okay.
One friend is a doctor. The other friend is a lawyer. The other one is a dentist, but he's thinking about just dropping his job because his wife is cheating on him.
He found out his wife is cheating from his secretary.
On the fourth friend of John Cena, but he couldn't see him, so he didn't know what to do.
I am so confused.
Didn't you just say the 4th friend of John Cena that nobody could see?
No, the 4th friend is John Cena, and nobody can see him.
Oh shit.
So, but the other 3 people believe he exists.
Okay, so the doctor
what you're
that is worried about his wife cheating on him is convinced that she's cheating on him on the 4th friend, and is John Cena,
Convinced
but nobody can
that-
see him.
And
You know,
that's
he-
the stuff. Oh, go on.
You know, he was in a Scooby-Doo movie. John Cena was. They animated him.
Mm.
I know.
And that's a subplot because, truthfully, they're out in the ocean to find out the
Okay.
secret to find their fourth friend, John Cena.
Ooh,
I'm
that's it,
confused. Okay, so the doctor.
What they
is
didn't know
convinced
is the
that
oh, I'm sorry,
his
go ahead, Rush.
wife is cheating on him.
The
Wait,
dentist.
did
The
we-
dentist.
The dentist. Okay.
The dentist's wife is cheating on him, but
Yeah,
she's
the dentist's
cheating on
wife is
him
cheating on the dentist.
with the fourth friend,
And
who
he's
is John Cena.
considering not being a dentist anymore because of that. Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
But she's cheating on him with the fourth friend, who is John Cena. But she doesn't know about him. But he's convinced that she's cheating on him with the fourth friend that only they can see.
Wait, Omna, are they the only ones that can see him, or
No, nobody can see him.
No one can
Y'all
see
are
him.
just the
Oh,
only
nobody can
one
see
who assumes he exists.
Okay.
so basically the other characters assumes that John Cena exists, but he's just invisible.
Yes.
Yes.
And they're out in
And
the
no
ocean.
one else will believe that he's actually there. They're on the ocean.
Exactly.
Who was the third person?
Scanning.
The third person was a doctor, lawyer, and the chief
Oh, there's a
guy.
lawyer. Okay.
Yeah, and the dentist. Now the lawyer convinced everyone
Okay,
to come out to
Agent.
the ocean
Now
to
let's
find
hit
out the
these
truth.
guys where it hurts.
The truth. The thing is, though, they're following the plot of the fourth friend, who they think they could hear and see.
I'm going to the bathroom. Give me 1 second.
One Mississippi, your time is up.
And I'll let Amna continue with that. The John Cena's making it more confusing. I'm trying to piece it all together.
I know.
No. I'm not following this at all because I'm tired. You're no.
The John Cena threw me off. I was trying to.
It was serious, and now we don't know. All right. So the four friends went into the middle of the ocean, but they didn't realize that krakens were real, and the kraken appeared before them, and they were stunned.
I like that. I like
Didn't
that.
realize the Krakens were real.
Yeah, I'm surprised I did that with all this
Krakens were
gunfire.
real, and now they actually look like
Yeah.
Okay, so
This is a
Krakens
lot.
are real. One attacks the ship. Next.
Instead of drowning, they're saved by a siren. One of the sirens recognized Cena's face. She says, "I've seen him before, but I can't remember where or when."
That's bars.
This is a lot to keep up with.
I know. I'm barely keeping.
And I'm doing this while
Writing it
shooting
down.
people. Like, you don't understand.
We can't start this with a normal D&D.
The siren's name was Lilith. She had just blinked in from Pandora using her phase shifting ability.
All right, I'm
I can't
I'm
even
tapping
keep
out.
up with this.
I'm
Man.
tapping out.
I got you.
Everything's a reference.
I know. That-
Lilith did before them, but this was the
Okay.
Lilith from the past, because Lilith from the future
Siren.
doesn't have her powers anymore. So she's,
Lilith.
I don't know, I messed it up right there. I brought
You might have more insight on that subject if you would finish Borderlands 3.
I've actually been playing it. I even streamed it like a
Did
week
you
ago.
meet Typhon DeLeon yet?
I don't remember. I killed Kamigawa? Is that his name?
We did that way earlier. What the heck?
No, I wasn't with. When you said we, that doesn't mean y'all. It's proper term there. So we're gonna keep on shooting at me. So I'm gonna move on up. Move on up. Move on up. Shoot him in the back and move on up.
You said it was related to what, Omna?